And we are live. Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast, coming to you live from Isla Vista, Santa Barbara County, California, every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's a bit shy. A few quick announcements before the show begins. This channel is viewer supported, so please consider sending a super chat. Throughout the show, I will answer all super chats $10 and up. All super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. We've got channel memberships. Eric, if you want to pull that up real quick, hit that join button. Nice. Okay. We've got channel memberships, Patreon merch. All links for that are in the description. We are also streaming to Twitch right now, twitch.tv/whatever. If you want to move on, there you go, Eric. Drop us a follow/prime sub. We'll give you a shout out during the show. If you want to be on the show or help with the show, DM @whatever on Instagram. If you want to move on over, Eric, there you go. Can you pull it up? Actually, it might be pulled up. Yeah, that's our Instagram. And guys, we're looking for a talent recruiter, talent coordinator, and we just need some extra hands for the show. So if you want to go ahead and bring it back, Eric. We are going to have the guests introduce themselves, so please tell us your name, age, occupation, and/or school major.
Hey guys, I'm Eliza. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently unemployed, and I go to Santa Barbara City College, and I'm a communications major.
I'm Natalia. I am 21 years old. I'm a photographer, a singer, and a social media marketing manager type of thing. And I'm not in school right now. And was there another question?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Anastasia. I'm 19 years old and I'm doing marketing right now.
Hi everyone, I'm Cheyenne. I'm 21 years old and I currently work at Target and I'm also studying communication.
Hi, I'm Christina. I'm 37 years old, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I write original music. I go by Night Rain, R-E-I-G-N, and I'm here in Santa Barbara right now. So that's pretty much it for now.
Okay.
I'm Josh, 23, and I'm in real estate.
School or anything?
Just
or?
real estate.
Okay. So you're unemployed.
Yes, currently.
Did you say you were in school too? Or?
Yeah, I go to school, but I don't have a job yet.
Okay, got it. Really quick, just of those of you who are in school, what school do you go to?
Santa Barbara City College.
And
It's my second year.
And what are you studying?
Communication.
Did you already say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not
good.
listening, guys. I'm just all over the place. We're gonna go around the panel once more. So, relationship status, longest relationship, and are you on the dating app?
Okay. I'm currently single, guys. My longest relationship was about 1 to 2 years, depending on how I would define a relationship.
Define it.
We dated for a year, but then we were friends and hung out for a whole year after then, but we weren't really dating. So 1 to 2 years kind of dating. There's blurred lines there. And I'm not currently using any dating apps.
Okay. Have you ever been on a dating app?
Yeah, I've definitely had my fair share of Tinder.
Fair share of Tinder.
Yeah.
What does your fair share of Tinder mean?
I mean, I've met a few people on there. Not too many. I've talked to some people, but really I realize it's just there's other ways that I personally would like to find people rather than a dating app like Tinder.
Seeking arrangements?
I've been on there actually.
You've been on Seeking Arrangements?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually have been on there. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I met some guy once. He was chill. He wasn't too old or creepy or anything. But we had our exchanges. And we both got our benefits out of it.
What was the arrangement?
He just wanted to hang out. He was from LA, so my friend drove me there. And then we hung out and we're talking and they stayed the whole time to make sure he wasn't a murderer or anything, just to make sure I was safe.
You guys got dinner or something?
Yeah, and then we hung out.
And so your friends were like...
Yeah, they made sure when we met up at a Starbucks and they were watching us to make sure it was real. And he pulled up and I was like, guys, it's good. And then we went and hung out and then they picked me up and it was all good. We never hung out after then, but I've texted a few guys on there after then and had some arrangements.
How much did he pay you for the Starbucks?
$1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
for a Starbucks date.
Yeah, I mean, we went back to his house, but
Oh,
yeah. We just hung out, though.
just hung out.
Yeah, I mean it.
Oh, Eric, can you unmute? Hit the
Getting exposed.
Eric, can you hit the
that's great.
unmute button on the keyboard?
I'm just surprised. There's a lot
And then
more
boost it
people
to
really
70 if
talking,
it's
you know?
perfect. Thanks, Eric. Wait, okay, so $1,000?
Yeah.
Did y'all get it in?
No,
Smash?
no, not that. I mean, like, we had a little, kissing action, but I have boundaries, and I don't let people cross those.
You know what? You probably didn't even have to do that.
I know, I probably
You
could have
coulda
just, like,
just
hugged him.
chilled at the Starbucks.
Yeah.
But so why wasn't there a second?
I ended up, we just didn't talk for a long time. And there were some things that I was just like, do I even like really want to go back to that, And like, I was like, I can do other things and make money other ways than like that. So I texted him another time, but we never ended up actually hanging out or anything. So it was just that once with him.
He didn't pursue it after that?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long were, like, the total hangout time was what, 2-3 hours?
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours.
Wow, 1K, 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
And that was the only time you met someone from Seeking Arrangements?
In person, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were there other guys that you just sent like feet pics to or what?
Yeah, there were some guys who I just like talk to, and they would just like, want some pics, and then I would get some money.
Okay. Feet like.
Yeah. Nothing too much. I'm just being honest here. I'm an open book a little
No,
bit.
it's great. Appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off there. So you're saying you were on some dating apps.
Yeah.
Was it just Tinder or were there some others too?
Just Tinder. I think I went on like some other ones, Hinge or something. Is that
Farmers Only?
the dating app? No, definitely not Farmers Only.
Christian Mingle?
Yeah, I mean, like I should try those maybe. But.
You should. Maybe. Okay, we'll move along. Go ahead. So relationship status, longest relationship, and are you or have you been on the dating app?
Yeah. My relationship status is very confusing right now. My longest.
A little closer to the mic.
Oh, my longest relationship is like 3.5 years, which is the one that I'm kind of in right now. We're taking a break from each other, but we're not seeing any other people.
You're on a break, but you're not seeing other people.
Yeah.
Okay. When did the break occur?
March of this year, so a few months ago.
Are you guys still hooking up?
Yeah.
So you're kind of together, right?
I know, it's really confusing. It's like, I know, we're like best friends and we're still like together, but not 100% like we're dedicated to each other, but we're not dating, and we want to take away like the pressure of being in a relationship right now, like off of each other, so that we can, because we've been together since I was like 17, so I was like
and
a
you're
little kid.
21?
21.
Okay.
Yeah, so like not a little kid, but I was really young, and like we're both from Minnesota. We moved together here, and we just didn't really get to grow separately, so it's kind of just temporary.
Like codependence.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
100%. So just trying to like figure out navigating our paths as individuals so that eventually maybe we could come back together. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were talking Eliza, right?
Eliza.
Eliza.
Yeah.
I'm terrible
I've
at
heard that
pronouncing
before.
names.
Don't worry
I
about it.
butcher it all the
worry.
time. So you had sort of a similar situation because you said you were dating a guy for what, a year?
Yeah.
And then you broke up, but y'all were still hanging out.
Yeah, I was very codependent.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when you say you broke up, but you were hanging out.
Yeah.
So you're still hooking up.
Yeah, we were definitely still hooking up and stuff,
Okay.
but it just wasn't so much like the same boundaries that a relationship would have. It was a bit unclear and a bit untruthful in some ways.
So you guys weren't monogamous.
Yeah, some of us weren't.
Some of us. Keyword you
Him.
or him? Okay, so you were just seeing
theoretically.
him.
Yeah, I mean, like it was pretty toxic, but we both did some pretty messed up stuff. But at least,
sorry, go ahead.
no, I know that I've grown a lot. I've grown a lot since then, and I hope he's grown a lot and reflected on himself. But just because the way it's been, I don't really know how much progress could have been made. But hopefully.
What did you do that was toxic?
I mean, it was just a lot of arguing and going back to an unhealthy relationship and ending it and then going back and ending it and then going back and just not being able to be alone by myself, really.
Why was he constantly dumping you?
It was me leaving him.
Okay.
Because I felt like he just couldn't give me what I needed, but I was so codependent, I kept going back, you know?
Okay, wow.
Yeah, there's the T.
Damn. And are you guys still...
I haven't talked to him in over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just going back to you, so dating apps?
No, I've never had one.
Never had one?
Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you meet your semi-quasi sort of boyfriend?
High school. My like 11th grade year of high school, I moved to his school for like 3/4 of the year. We never talked or anything. Like, he was trying to pursue something, but I was in a different relationship, so I wasn't talking to him, of course. But then I don't really know. It's really confusing. But then he moved away, and then we started talking over like Snapchat or something, and then
Football player?
basketball player.
Basketball player. Okay.
Close.
And wait, just going back to you really quick.
Yeah.
How was it toxic? Did you ever slash his tires?
No, it was nothing like physical like that. It was more just mental. Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
So great.
Moving over to you. So current relationship status, longest relationship, and are you currently on a dating app?
Okay, so I'm single, and I've been single my whole life. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're, remind me, 19, 20?
19.
Okay.
I'm
I
19.
mean, there's time,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
So you've been single your whole life.
Yeah.
So no relationships.
I mean,
you've been
like,
single your whole
I
life.
just don't
so.
count them as a relationship.
What is the longest period of time that you've been seeing a guy?
Like 6 months.
That's kind of
No, but it's not
ish-
like, oh,
ish
boyfriend and
territory?
girlfriend. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
So for those 6 months, that was very casual then.
Yeah, I was really young. It was like a high school thing. That's why I don't count as like a relationship, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Dating apps?
Not right now. I had before, but just like curiosity, like watch, like see who's there, but not actually like hang out with people and stuff.
So you've never been on a date or anything from a dating app? Never met up with
No.
anybody? Okay. So you're from Brazil, right?
Yeah, Brazil.
How long have you been in the U.S.?
I moved a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were on the dating apps back in Brazil or
No,
here?
here.
Just here?
Yeah, in Brazil it's
Okay.
kind of weird.
In Brazil, dating apps are weird?
Yeah, no one used that like in my
Really?
age. No, yeah.
It's frowned upon or
Huh?
is it judged? Is it frowned upon?
Kinda. Like if you go in an app, you're just gonna see like people like really old. There's no like people at your age, you know? It's something like it's I don't know. Like when I came here and everyone's like, "Oh, do you have Tinder? Look at my Tinder." I was like, "What? Do you have Tinder? Like what?" But here is really common. Like all my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super common.
Super common.
Yeah.
But so in Brazil, it's not. Is there a specific dating app that's like
Okay.
a Brazilian dating app?
Instagram. This is the only thing we use.
Instagram is
we
the
like
dating
meet
app.
people. Not actually dating.
I mean,
but like
that is.
yeah.
Instagram can be considered a dating app. I
Yeah.
mean, that's how a lot of people
Yeah.
goes down in the DMs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've been using Instagram for your dating adventures.
Okay, I prefer like in person. Like if I meet someone in person, it's better.
Sure.
I'm not gonna try to find like online and stuff. But if happens, it's probably Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Can we get some Brazilian flags in the chat,
No,
guys?
yeah, please,
Can we get
let's
some
go,
Brazilian
guys.
flags in the chat, guys. So, relationship status, longest relationship, and are you on a dating app?
I am currently single. I think the longest relationship I had was probably about a year. It kind of like started to get blurry towards the end of it. Things were confusing. So like about a year. And then I am on dating apps currently, but it literally just depends on my mood at the time. I like will delete it one day and it'll be gone for months, and then one day I'll be bored again and re-download it. So it's on and off.
What's your go-to dating app?
So I've only downloaded them twice, and the first time I had Tinder, and now I'm trying Hinge, and I kind of like Hinge more. I don't know, Tinder was very like get to the point.
Hinge is a bit more serious, for sure.
That's
Is the Christian mingle? Is there?
Oh, you know, I tried it once and it didn't go well.
Okay. Wait, actually?
No.
Okay. Wait, and really quick, so you've been on Seeking Arrangements. Yeah. I don't suspect you've been on it. Brazil, have you been on
Brazil.
Seeking Arrangements?
It's not popular at all. Like, I just heard about it here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you haven't been on it.
I tried it because Elijah's
I mean,
my friend.
Your friend.
Yeah, so
I try to support my friends.
Yeah,
you know,
know,
give them
like,
the good ideas.
They influenced me somehow, and I tried, but like I don't actually know how it works, so
Yeah.
I was just like,
I mean, it's basically lonely men or wealthy men, older men typically, that will basically pay you for your attention and time.
That
Exactly.
seems cool.
And guys like Brazilian women, so I mean, you should try it out maybe.
Yeah,
could be a hot
maybe.
commodity.
Or
No,
not.
Elijah, you
Or
should
don't.
help me.
Okay, so have you been on Seeking Arrangements?
I actually have, yeah. Me and my roommate downloaded it, and I haven't ever met up with anybody, but like Eliza's story, that sounds like ideal. Like not having to do anything and not being too scared, but getting paid a bunch of money just to like sit and look pretty. Like if that's what they want, I would do that. But I think I would also want to bring a friend along just to make sure.
Tilt the microphone down towards you just a bit. Perfect.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
to make sure nothing goes wrong, because I feel like you can never be too safe with that thing. Even with like normal dating apps like Hinge and Tinder, it's like super intimidating, like the thought of actually meeting up with the person. So let alone Seeking Arrangements where they're like older men specifically looking for like pretty young girls. It's a little scary.
Okay. There you go. Night Rain
Yes.
or Christina.
Yeah. No night rain, so that we plug. You know.
So relationship status, longest relationship, and
Wow. So.
are you on a dating app?
I'm a monogamous type of person, so I've always been like a partnership type. I think I did a little bit of dating, but I would say like close to 8 years. Yeah. Yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
Were you married?
It felt like it because I lived with a person. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a long time and it was horrible. So I'm taking my time now. It's been like a year and like 4 months, and yeah, I'm being very, very, as you would say, cauteloso in Spanish, just like careful, you know. 'Cause
Does anyone here speak Spanish?
I understand.
You understand? You speak Portuguese.
Yeah,
Is it?
it's not the same thing. It's not.
Similar.
No, but you said you understand. So do you
Yeah.
speak some Spanish too?
No, I understand, but like it's hard when I need to talk. But it's like so similar. You
Oh,
know?
they're similar.
Yeah,
Okay.
really, really similar. Like I understand everything they're saying. I'm just like don't know how to answer. They don't
Okay.
know that I'm understanding, but I
Oh.
am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on Seeking Arrangements?
Me?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever heard of it. I'm just like, the hustle is real. This is exciting. Wow. Power to you.
Thank
I
you.
just like whatever people are comfortable with. I am a scaredy cat. So, you know, the older you get, sometimes you get a little more scared of things. So I don't know if I'd be able to do it. But if I could, though, and everything was safe,
I mean-
I just had a convo and just some coffee, and I got paid like a G for
Into
that.
the microphone.
I would love that. You know, I would absolutely love that.
Scoot the microphone just a bit that way. To your, yeah. Josh, relationship status, longest relationship. Are you on a dating app?
Relationship status, I guess complicated. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that
sure.
count? Okay, let's just say complicated. Dating app, not on one currently, but I have been.
Okay. Seeking
And-
Arrangements. Have you been?
No, I was not on the other side of that.
Or I mean, maybe you're looking for a sugar mama.
They're on there.
Oh, I didn't know they had that option.
I mean,
There's
Get on
you
it.
definitely-
can.
Get on it.
But I mean,
And
women really ain't trying to be
longest
sugar mamas.
relationship. Probably like I've had 2 longest, and they're the same year, so 4 years with 2. Like, yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. So, a few of you are in Seeking Arrangements, so I have to ask this question. Have you ever had a sugar daddy?
Like multiple occurrences? No.
Okay.
No, I have not.
But this guy from Seeking Arrangements, he would have been.
He would have been if he
But-
would have wanted to continue it. But I just never heard back from him. I don't know if he like
Did you disappoint him?
I don't think so. Like he was like, I'll see you again and stuff. I just didn't like talk to him for a really long time after. And then I was like, yo, I kind of want some money now. So like I'm going to hit him up. So I don't think he took that too well maybe, but or he just never got my text, you know, so many possibilities.
Oh man. Okay. And you were on Seeking Arrangements. Have you ever had a sugar daddy?
No, I was always too scared to actually like meet up with them or do anything, so
Yeah.
I didn't make it past that threshold.
Even like a sugar daddy that hit you up some other means, some other way?
I wish.
Okay. Okay. Her DMs are open, gentlemen. Night Rain, ever had a sugar daddy?
No, I get really frustrated at that situation only because I've always been told, why don't you just get a rich boyfriend? And I feel like the feminist in me is like, are you telling me I'm inadequate? And so it does frustrate me. And yes, I've had rich boyfriends before, but it's never been a situation where I was seeking it. Do I have a problem with it? Absolutely not. I was basically a sugar mama the past 8 years, being broke as so yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to like someone that would like to take care of me, although I would not allow them to control me. So it's a dance. You got to be okay with certain things. It's a compromise. All relationships are compromises. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So I want to go around the panel once more on this, and I feel like I shouldn't say that. So really quick, because I think that your answer to these two questions can kind of paint a little bit of how you approach dating and relationships. So one, just your political orientation. And by the way, if any of you aren't comfortable sharing this, that's fine. Political orientation, and do you identify as a feminist?
Okay, some big questions here. I mean, if you were to ask me this like a month ago or like 6 months ago, I would have had a different answer. But I've had like a lot of perspective shifts. And right now, I personally don't have a political point of view because I personally don't believe that I should stand with one side or another, because I stand with everyone because I want them to all be together and not to be separate from each other. So I don't pick one side. I can have certain perspectives on one side or another, but it doesn't mean I'm completely disregarding the person who thinks opposite of me. And am I a feminist? I believe that men and women should be treated equal, and if that's the definition, then I'm a feminist.
Okay.
Nice.
Fair enough.
I like that answer.
I definitely lean toward the more liberal side, for sure. I grew up in a very Republican area. I'm from Minnesota, and it was very, like, strictly Republican. So I've never identified with that, but my whole family does. So I was always around people who align more with Republican ideals, and I do identify as a feminist.
Wait, so Republican?
No.
Democrat.
Democrat.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more like liberal, yeah. But it's different here in Brazil. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't know if anyone knows like who's the president right now and stuff.
Bolsonaro?
Yeah, Bolsonaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like him, but like I am okay if you do. Like, it's just not what I feel right now, and like, like soon there's gonna be elections, so please vote and like take a good vote. Like, think about voting, please. Yeah. And yeah, I think I'm feminist. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that I also lean towards the liberal side for sure, and similar to Nat, I grew up in a very Republican town, and so I feel like I definitely have seen both sides, but I would identify as liberal, and I would say I'm a feminist as well, yes.
So I use the term feminist. However, I'm kind of like you said yourself. I just believe in equality. I think that anyone can do anything that they want and be who they want to be. It doesn't matter. It's like the whole yin and yang thing. I have a little bit of feminine, a little masculine in me, whatever. I don't really look at the whole gender thing. I don't. I really don't. But I am an independent. I don't believe in Democrats. I don't believe in Republicans. I just believe in justice. So,
Boom.
there you
Lovely.
go.
Josh?
So I'm kind of with what Eliza said.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really like have, I'm not a Republican nor I'm a Democrat. I'm just kind of like in the middle on like, it's like kind of black and white for me.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Okay, I want to ask this question. What do you think of men?
That's pretty broad. I mean, there's some that, for the men that I've met, in my experience, men, this is a very difficult question. I feel like everyone has something to learn, you know? And I feel like society, I feel like men nowadays don't hold themselves to the potential that they could be. Because I feel like men have a role in this world, and I feel like society is trying to crush that role and try to make them feel weak. When really, there we go, ding, ding, ding.
Based. Go ahead.
When really men are the ones, we're taught to think that they're the ones in power, and they do have a lot of power, when really, I know it sounds wrong, but they should have more a sense of different authority in helping the world rather than crushing it down. And they should be nurturing and uplifting everyone instead of seeing themselves as maybe, you know, the top of the pyramid.
I agree with what she said. I feel like men have always been seen as like they're at the top of the pyramid, basically. And I feel, might be an unpopular opinion, I don't know. I feel like men have it a little too easy when it comes to relationships. And
bro, Eric, why don't show that? Come on, man.
What?
Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Go ahead.
I feel like they have it a little too easy when it comes to relationships in general. And I think that they're not expected of much in this day and age. But we are expected to respect them like they did back in the 60s and the 40s and all that stuff. But they're not paying my rent. They're not taking, if they want me to be a housewife like they used to be, then you better pay my rent, take care of me, do everything for me. So I think that it's just very correct.
So your current ting that you have, does he expect you to fulfill that?
Oh my gosh. In some ways, yeah. He definitely respects me, and there's been a lot of growth throughout our relationship. But at the same time, I'm somebody that takes care of people. So I automatically kind of put myself in that position just out of my like nurturing tendencies. Basically, I had a lot of younger siblings that I took care of. So I kind of take on, weirdly enough, a mothering role, which could be kind of a red flag. But I'm learning to not be that way. And throughout me treating him like that throughout our relationship, it's taught him to treat me like I should be expected of those things. If that makes sense.
Let me ask, so are you saying that he, sorry, I'm just reading Mike Davis's super chat here. Are you saying that he expects you to be a traditional woman, but he's not a traditional man?
I think not him in general, but men in general expect that. So it's just society.
So I actually think it's the reverse.
Do you?
I think it's the reverse. It's women are modern women, but they want men to conform to their traditional gender roles.
In what ways?
Protect, provide, buy me a drink, initiate romantically. And when I say initiate romantically, I mean it's most men's experience that when it comes to the dating marketplace, they have to adhere to their traditional role in terms of setting up the date, planning the date, asking the girl out, carrying the conversation, initiating the conversation, approaching, paying for the date, moving things forward sexually. I mean, well, before even that, escalating physically, going for the kiss. All that stuff still falls on men, generally speaking.
I think it's come a long way. I do.
Yeah,
I
don't agree.
I disagree. I do. Because my relationship, we've split everything 50-50 since we've been together, and a lot of my friends have also done the same thing in their relationships. Like rent, I pay for my own things. And we do stuff for each other. It's 50-50, 100%.
There's a lot of people that do 50-50.
Yeah, and I think
the USA people.
Yeah.
This is not South America or like any other
Hey,
continent.
let's not talk shit on South America
We
here.
love Brazil.
I'm just saying, culturally,
Brazil.
people pay like your way. It's very individualistic
No,
culture.
pay your way. I mean, like
you pay for your stuff, I pay for mine. That's
on the first date?
yeah, absolutely.
Nah, I mean,
Like,
nah. Like, girls still be expecting the guy to pay.
know where, maybe
not all
here.
women, not all women for sure. But a lot of women are going to feel a certain type of way if you do not pay.
Well,
on the
if
first
you're
date.
not giving up the poon, you definitely don't want to do that because there's an expectation for that. So imagine being on the female side of that, where you're like, oh man, I better not let him buy me dinner because God forbid he buys me dinner, he's going to want some poon later.
True. That's true.
Oh, we're just being real here. It's a talk show. Come on.
Well, we'll go around the table really quick. Who should pay on a first date?
The person who asked. Sorry.
I agree. That's a good response. I wouldn't
Okay.
have.
You're leading that.
Who should pay on the first date?
I feel like, okay, so I agree with her, but the thing is, I'm not gonna like ask you on a date, so you know, so that's like what's happening. But after the first date, I feel like, I don't know, like at my age, everyone is like going to college. We all like know the situation. We all gonna be like, I understand you. Like, let's just half and half. Like, I pay mine, you pay yours. We have each other's company. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, I feel like there is kind of an expectation that like guys will pay on the first date, and like if a guy offers, I'm not gonna argue with that. I'll go with it because I feel like it's respectful. Like on the first date, it's kind of like his way of showing like, I want you and like I want to impress you. But I feel like it also depends on the date, and like if he were to pay on the first date, I would want to pay on the next date and like make sure that it evens out. But like I wouldn't be mad if he offered to pay on the first date.
Okay.
Thoughts?
So, Josh, you were shaking your head. Why don't you come in really quick before I give my take?
So I didn't think about that, about like whoever asked. No one's ever asked me, but like I'm just saying, like just every time I've been on a date, I've always paid because it's weird. I don't want to be like expecting like a girl to just like pay for my stuff.
I feel like it's what society has put on.
Yeah,
to
so
men.
just I think it's just weird. Like I couldn't like, I would just feel weird if like a girl paid for my stuff and like or our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the whole who said whoever asks, was it you?
Yeah.
Kind of a few of you.
Yeah.
I mean, so the whole whoever asks thing ignores the fact that in 99% of instances, maybe it's a bit lower. Let's say 95% of instances, men ask. So your answer to that question may as well be men should pay. If your answer is whoever asks, you might as well just say men, because men are overwhelmingly the ones that are going to initiate.
I think it also depends on the culture and where you are, because girls here are bold.
Yeah.
They will walk right up to your man in front of you
Agreed. 100%
and ask your man on a date. Like, people here are kind of crazy. and it's totally environmental and age.
Yes.
It's also age. Like, if you're an adult and you meet somebody at work or something, it's probably could be the man that I don't know. It depends on where you are and what the situation is. And like here, I would say girls ask guys out a lot.
Absolutely.
A
I don't
lot?
know if-
Nah,
yes.
that's... Girls really aren't asking guys out like
I've
that.
seen it with
They
my
really
own
aren't.
eyes.
You've seen it.
Yes.
You've seen it once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it
You've
really
seen
depends.
it once,
It's
maybe.
yeah, it's not always, but I see it often. More often than you probably think is what I mean. It's like it's happening.
Oh,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure it happens, but it's so exceedingly rare that it's, in terms of whoever asks, she doesn't agree, but whoever,
Wow.
it's so evident that men are overwhelmingly the initiators.
Yeah.
In what century, my dear?
In 2022,
Are you sure?
men are
you
overwhelmingly
sure?
initiators. I am
I
super
understand.
sure.
Where is this happening for you? Your experience?
All across the United States, even in a super liberal place like Santa Barbara.
Really?
Because, yeah, of course. You think because we're super liberal now that women are all of a sudden going to initiate? Women don't have to initiate,
Women do.
but they don't have to, is the thing. As a woman, men will come to you, be it on dating apps, be it at a bar, be it at a club, be it in person. Men will approach you. Men will initiate. if you want to initiate, you can. But as a man, if you want to get a girl, you have to initiate. That's the difference. If most men didn't put in the effort and didn't initiate, that's the end of their bloodline. They're done. Maybe you guys are thinking about the top 10 or 20% of men that you guys are going after and you might consider initiating upon. But for the average man, no girls are hitting him up. An average guy goes to a bar, club, or party. He stands there. Nobody's coming to talk to him. He's going to stand there the entire night totally alone. As a girl, even if you're an average girl, you go out to a bar, club, or party, a guy's going to come and hit on you. He might not be the guy you want, but you're going to get some attention. And you might get a lot of attention, actually. So, go ahead.
Go ahead, who?
Oh, you.
I have some stuff to say.
It looks like you had some
stuff.
stuff.
I'm listening to you, though. I'm listening. I find it fascinating that you have your perspective because I believe that you're probably right in your own respect, in your own experience. But from my experience, that's not the case at all. I feel like women have so much pressure to objectify themselves, to build them up for men.
Wait,
and
what?
Men, you don't have to try. What do? You
put
put on a shirt, you put on some pants, and you have to have some confidence and go walk up to a girl. Do you know what a girl has to do? A girl has to get ready. She has to put uncomfortable heels that were designed by men, by the way, so that they don't run away fast, and they're really uncomfortable. Get their hair done, their makeup. Try to look a certain way because God knows if they don't look a certain way, they might not be attractive. And then you have these men whining because they actually have to say hello first. God forbid that.
Wow. Okay. So.
You know what I mean? Like, do you have go wear some heels for a whole night?
Nothing.
And wear a tight little outfit and like make sure you look good and put some makeup on your face and take 2 hours for your hair. People put eyelashes, all kind. I don't do those things because I don't have the bandwidth. But
nothing obligates you to do all that stuff. In
in
fact,
social conditionment does. And in fact, men don't expire. Women do. As we get older, we are apparently not attractive anymore.
Can I add something?
How old are you, by the way?
37.
Okay, got it. So that is a good point.
Yeah.
I think men do have, in terms of finding a partner. Actually, you know what? It does depend. I think honestly, women, even if they're older, they can still honestly run circles around most guys. Now, the problem that women run into is that if you want to have children, there is an expiration date,
yes.
so to speak.
Yes.
Because past 35,
yes.
then you're getting into higher chance of miscarriage, much more difficult to conceive, higher risk of birth defects. So
that's agreed.
So
agreed.
A 40-year-old man who wants to have kids, he's probably going to be looking at someone who's, say, like late 20s, 30s versus someone who's his age who's 40.
But you can freeze your eggs.
I guess. I mean, but that's very expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
That's kind of like a class.
Talking about this. Yeah.
I mean, that's a class thing. So like some people can't afford that. So what about the 40-year-old woman who's destitute or just...
Yeah, sad because she can't have... Yeah, it's tough for women. It is very tough biologically for women. I personally don't want to have kids like ever. I love children, but not my thing, never was. So I don't have that stress, but I know plenty of women around my age that are just really, really sad because they want to have babies. And that's a big deal. So you have to think about all the other things that women have to deal with that men don't have to deal with. And so, it really kind of evens out the playing field. Like if your perspective is that men have to do all this protecting and like outgoingness and all, which I don't see in my world, that didn't happen at all. But I could see how that is the experience for a lot of people. You have to also think about all the other things that women deal with that men don't deal with biologically that are really scary, you know?
Josh,
like this person might be a psycho killer and might like send me to sex trafficking school, you know? Like that's why women do not initiate a lot because they're afraid of getting attacked because men physically are stronger. I don't care what you say, unless you have some MMA or whatever the hell behind, like background, it's a scary thing.
Okay,
Like,
but that's such an outlier scenario where a woman would be assaulted on a date.
dude,
I mean,
every woman will think of it. Hey,
Yeah.
It's a
doesn't everyone
possibility.
go through
no,
your
I'm
head?
not saying it doesn't happen, but
Yeah.
it's like in normal dating scenarios, I mean, that is not like, we can talk about outlier situations. There's a chance I meet a psycho stalker chick and she slashes my tires. Like,
Did that happen, by the way?
no,
Yeah, it's the second time you
Yeah.
brought that up.
no, I've not had my tires slashed, but I've definitely encountered some pretty
I bet.
fucking crazy chicks. Okay, so
Is that why
I
you
mean,
started the show?
yes.
Therapy session.
To invite some of them on. Maybe there's a few. Maybe there's a few at this table. There might be a few at the table. So,
you speak your mind, you are crazy as a female.
so I mean, just to address your whole thing with like women have to like get ready and stuff. I mean, men also have a lot of things that they do before a date: shaving, hair. There's a lot of other
What
shit.
else, please do tell?
There's a lot of
Shaving
Is it more
hair,
than
shaving
that?
hair, shaving hair.
well.
Like, what else?
I mean, you mentioned protection, but that's a real one. That's a real one. Okay, an expectation a lot of women have would be for their partner to protect them in the event of some sort of altercation, right?
Mhm.
So, okay, like if you want to get into this debate of like, oh, women spend all this money before a date. First off, I don't even want a chick to wear makeup if I'm on a date with her. I'll tell a girl, hey, don't wear makeup. I don't care about that shit. Don't wear makeup. Just wear some fucking sweatpants. I don't care. But that's me. I think actually if you ask most guys, like anything more than a bit of mascara or eyeliner, that's a letdown, to be honest. We don't want a full face of makeup. So protection-wise, you know, maybe, I mean, we can go back and forth on like what men and women have to do, but there's an expectation that in a relationship, men protect.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, what does that entail? Does he have a firearm? Is he trained?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just making himself physically larger by going to the gym. So all these things play into it too.
Girls
So
do all
what's-
those things as well. And
And-
then more on top of that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is like, yes, we girls do those things, but one thing I do have to add, and like this might be an unpopular opinion, is that like we do in a way subject ourselves to that because we want to find a mate that we find suitable. We want them to find us suitable. And I know that I have standards for sure, and like if there's a guy who's not as tall as I want or not as muscular as I want, I can be picky. And so like, yes, I do get what you're saying there. Like we do have all those things, but we don't have to do that. Like I'm sure that there is a lot of guys that want like a natural girl and stuff, but we do that because we want to feel like we're the top 10%, not just the 90% that most guys will choose from.
Right.
And I think that's the thing is like,
Wait, the 90% that men choose from?
yeah, like
So you think men are going after the 90% of women?
I've actually had a guy tell me that before, that was his theory, and maybe it's not every guy, but he said that like women
Erroneous. Erroneous.
It's actually the reverse.
You think so?
It's 80% of women that are going after the top 20% of men.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, I think that's what I was meaning to say.
Yeah,
but then men will go for the
'Cause men date
majority.
down.
Yeah,
Men
and women
date
date
down.
up.
That's what
Yeah,
she's saying.
that's what I was trying to say.
Women
Numbers got
date
confusing.
across and up.
Across
So-
and up.
Women date across and up, either socioeconomically or just looks wise.
Yes, and I agree. And so that's what I'm saying is like we want to feel like we are higher, even though guys will go for the 80% or whatever it is, the majority. We want to feel like we are at that top of that majority, regardless of if their standards are low. And so we do want to feel like that, but we are kind of subjecting ourselves to it in a way. So I think, yeah, we can argue about like, oh, girls have to get so much more ready, but it's because we want to be held to a higher standard sometimes, you know?
And I feel like society plays a role in that too, because I feel like women wouldn't have all these standards on them if that wasn't put on to us since the day we were born. That like you aren't pretty because you don't look like this. Like beauty standards aren't a real thing if you don't believe it. If you look at people and you think an eye is this color and it's this shape and it's beautiful, and the skin is this color and it's beautiful, and you don't put it into all these categories that are rated, everyone's beautiful then. And you don't have to make yourself top 10% or anything. You can just be out there and meet the people that you're meant to meet from the heart.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
That's what I believe.
Yeah. And that's why they say beauty's in the eye of the beholder, because there's literally like somebody could think I'm the least attractive person in the world, but then someone else can think I'm the most attractive person in the world.
Exactly.
And it's like everybody has their
So true.
someone, you know?
Totally agree with
Yeah.
that. Once you realize that, those standards matter to you anymore. You don't give them power.
Yeah.
Do you think
For
that
sure.
there's beauty standards for men?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just as there are for women, yes.
And like maybe even worse for you guys, because I know that girls can do a lot girls can do a lot to change their appearance, and
That's so true.
we can do things to make
Facts.
ourselves a lot more attractive, but you guys, you're a little stuck with what you got
Yeah.
sometimes.
Guys can wear makeup, but then they'll be judged. Some
Yeah.
of them, you know,
Yeah.
like, and there's only so much. Like, if you get Botox or
Wait,
whatever,
guys
people,
can be, well,
I feel like
would you date a guy who wore makeup?
I personally, I don't care about what they look like. I'm really trying to.
You don't care about how a guy looks?
I mean, I have some degree of caring because, like, I met this, like, guy today on the bus who smelled like cigarettes, and he was trying to, like, fuck me. And, like, I'm not trying to be with someone who's, like, completely out of my standards, because my standards are more in the heart and head than in your outer.
Okay.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Right on.
I'm almost 5'6".
Will you date a guy who's shorter than you?
No.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
don't want to lean down and be like, hey, buddy.
You don't want to. You don't want to pick him up and kiss him.
I want him to pick me up.
That'd be romantic.
I mean,
Don't
it
you
would be
think?
if I wanted to be, like, feel macho.
Okay. But I thought you just said that
What?
it's about what's in the head and the heart.
I know it is what's in the head and the heart, but to some degree, I
Okay.
would like, at least this is probably what society has taught me.
So you
that-
want a guy who's taller than you?
Yeah.
Can he be overweight?
Yeah. I don't care about that.
Like obese?
No, that's like, I want someone who's healthy. I really care about health.
Okay.
So you have to be in my morals too, you know?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was actually a very good point that you made, that in some ways men have it more difficult when it comes to our appearances. So I'm gonna, this might be a hot take, but I actually think that it's more difficult as a man to be physically attractive than it is for women.
Yeah.
And men have actually more difficult beauty standards than do women.
I'm curious,
think
what
so.
are the male beauty standards?
And maybe we don't have to call it beauty, maybe we could call it handsome or something.
Yeah.
But, well, okay, for example, if you look at the idealized male body, that, first off, that's only attainable through training.
Yeah.
So weightlifting or sporting, the ideal male body. If
Yeah.
you look at like superheroes, for example, in films, but a woman superhero, for example, who's the one that plays Wonder Woman? What's her name?
Never
Anybody?
seen it.
What's her name? Nobody knows the woman who.
I forget her name right now.
A woman can have an ideal female body at 18. Most men, it'll take years for them to have the ideal male body. Years of training in the gym.
Is this ideal body even what people want, though?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
Is
a
the
good
ideal
point.
body.
It's totally genetic. That has nothing to do
Yeah.
with it's your genetics. It's your physicality, the way that you develop it. It has to do with your genetics. It's not gender. It really isn't. I think
mean,
we're
genetics
playing
play
too
a-
much on
play a
like
role.
male female on that one. Like and
Yeah.
also like did you start training when you were younger because your muscles you start to get muscle memory. I'm a yoga teacher, by the way, so and I've been in fitness my whole life, and I feel like people need to just accept their bodies the way that they are. But yes, the more you do something, the better you do get at it. And there is genetics. Like some people will never have a V shape. I know some men like the whole V shape thing. You know, some people will never have the flexibility that somebody else may have just because their hips are shaped differently. This is just like body composition, partly to do with genetics and also your lifestyle. Have you been doing this? And shaping your body to get used to strenuous movement from a young age. Have you strengthened your bones? Have you aligned them properly, your muscles, etc.? Really. Anyway, sorry to
yeah.
go off.
Sorry. I was also going to say, like, I personally, my body is not meant to be the female, like, beauty standard, and it's never been. I've never been shaped like a superhero. I was an athlete all throughout high school. I worked out every single day. I ate well. I'm meant to be shaped the way that I am. And I'm okay with that now at my age. But when I was younger, I fought with it since I was probably when was princess movies. When you're a kid, when you're a little kid, I idolize these princesses so much, and their waist is this little, their hips are this big. I wanted to be them. I would wear dresses to try to look like them, and I would ask myself, why don't I look like these cartoons? Which it's ridiculous that we have to think about that at that young age.
Absolutely.
And then
have you seen
life.
the films, the superhero films, Thor? Do you think that his physicality is achievable for most men?
Most women aren't wanting Thor.
I do.
I don't.
But I mean, even so, it's kind of like we're saying, it goes both ways. Boys and girls are taught from a young age, you need to look like this.
Yeah, both men and women certainly have. They're trying to reach a sort of beauty ideal. An
unrealistic one at that, yeah. And I will say, I think the whole point of this, or where we're getting to, is women, what you were saying earlier, women can attain that, or the idealistic one, a little bit easier, but not to say that it's easy for us still, because even so, you have a bunch of beautiful girls here, and I'm sure that we've all struggled with not feeling like we're enough, just because we're not the idea of what a man wants us to look like. And it probably goes the same for men, and it definitely does, and it is probably a little worse because you guys can't control things like height, but it's the same way that women can't control things like our weight or our features.
Well, women can control their weight. You can control your weight.
Absolutely
height,
not.
You can't do anything about your height. You can't control your weight?
No.
There
are people that have seriously hormonal issues, and it doesn't matter what they do or what they don't eat.
Of the people that are overweight and obese in this country, those that have hormonal issues is such a small minority of people.
But there's so many people, and you have to understand there's different body types, and if you have certain fat in certain areas and you're shaped a certain way, you can definitely get fitter if you work out and you put the effort in, but you're not going to change. You're not going to look like the sample size model ever. Never. No matter what you eat, it's not happening.
Well, your bone density and your proportions, certain things like that, you can't change. But in terms of your weight, that's just calories in, calories out. You're just not eating properly. And by the way, as somebody, I've never mentioned this on the stream. I actually have hypothyroidism.
Oh, you do?
I have hypothyroidism. Wow. So I've had periods where I've gained some weight, I've lost some weight. My experience has been and I take medication for it. To me, if I really tune into my diet, I can lose weight.
Interesting.
So as someone who has one of these hormonal things, I can tell you it's calories in, calories out.
Fair enough for you, but not everyone.
It's a bit harder for me, but it just comes down to discipline.
This is true. Discipline does help. But I mean, you're not going to get at your target weight if it's going to be a specific height and a specific weight. Not everyone can reach it. Right. And you have to accept that. It's just what it is.
Of course, a woman who's 6'4" is going to weigh more than a woman who is 5 feet, even if they're the same body fat percentage.
Sure. Yeah.
But if your body fat percentage is in an unhealthy range, there's nothing you can control that. There's nothing stopping you from. I mean, you're a trainer, right?
Yeah.
You said you're a trainer?
But I let people know it's more so about motivating a different part of your system. So it's more a mental game than anything else. You start thinking too much about weight, about your body shape, you're not getting the real benefits, which is circulation and detoxing from bad energy. Once that happens.
Wait, what's bad energy?
Bad energy is frustration, it's anxiety, it's regrets, it's bitterness, it's stress, it's all those things that you want to burn off. I mean, circulation is everything. So once you start thinking about the things that really matter, which is feeling better versus the way you look, it all tends to start to shape beautifully, because when you're happy, there's a certain eminence, there's a certain vibration that happens where you start to look good because you feel good and you're confident. When you don't feel good, and if you're staring at things that you can't change, you come as a vehicle. Your body is a vehicle here. You come as you come, and you accept what you are. And if you don't, then it's very stressful. And that's why people binge eat. That's why people do lots of drugs. That's why they drink. That's why they do all kinds of vices, you know?
Yeah, we got to move on from this.
Sure.
I got to get the super chats. Mike Davis with the $10 super chat. Yo, how you book Kim Jong-un? What's up with the all black? That's something Chase should wear. Do you want to fire back at Mr. Mike Davis here?
I've actually gotten that one before. Kim Jong-un. I've gotten Kris Jenner.
What the fuck?
I've gotten a bunch of random ones, so I understand it.
Aren't you like Latino?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay. All right. Hey, Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 super chat.
yeah.
Sorry we missed you last week, but glad to see you back in the chat. Oh, let's see. Mike Davis, the $10 super chat. That message got Brian's heart to 200 plus BPM. He about to put on a cap. Yeah, I think that was but Eric, do you know what do you know what that is?
Yes, I know what that is.
Oh my God, dude. Great. Okay. Mike Davis, though, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Much appreciated. Glebus LA, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Ladies, remember, it's never 1,000 for just hang out. If you want to get paid high for your time, learn a skill or get a degree, become valuable, or ease your way, sell your body directly or indirectly. Okay.
Wow.
I'm happy with the 1K, but thank you.
For
Yeah,
real.
that blows my mind. Like, and by the way, how old are you again?
I'm 19.
You're 19. Like, there's no 19-year-old dudes that are getting paid $1,000 for Starbucks dates.
You're
Yeah.
smart. I can tell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you don't need a degree to be intelligent.
Jesus.
I'm
That's
getting
fine.
my
Okay.
degree. Thank you.
Good for you. But I'm saying a
Oh,
degree
gosh.
does not measure your intelligence.
All right.
For surely.
Adolf Meowler.
I have one. It doesn't.
I don't know if I
That's
should
some
be
upper
allowing
crust
this.
shit.
Adolf Meowler. Meowler. I mean, Adolf, I guess, is a first name.
Correct.
It's come out of favor for obvious reasons, but I'm more open-minded than back in the day. I'd love to bring Cheyenne. Fuck, I can't. Why can't I pronounce
You
this?
had it right that time.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. Jeez. Okay.
Isn't that the capital of
Cheyenne.
Montana?
Wyoming.
Back.
Oh.
I'd love to bring Cheyenne back to the Fuhrer bunker.
What is that?
Actually, you know what? Hey, Josh, could you grab that? You see that up top right there, the helmet? Could you grab that for me? Thanks, Josh. So, Cheyenne, do you want to respond to? Here, I'll take that.
The what bunker?
The Fuhrer bunker.
I don't think I know what that is.
The Fuhrer bunker. Oh God.
I don't either.
Fuhrer.
Fuhrer?
Okay, 1939 to 1945. What happened then?
War.
We have to do this on a podcast
Yeah, we
right
gotta do
now. I don't know.
All right, here.
Why does he want to bring her there?
Yeah.
Really quick around the table. This is just a fun one. Name one plane from World War II.
A plane?
One of the planes, go.
I don't need to even answer that.
One of
I
the,
didn't know
a
they
plane.
had names.
Yeah.
There were names.
Next.
Natasha.
Okay.
Good try.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry.
Is this
I'm
a
not
common
World
known
War
fact?
II
Josh,
buff.
come on.
No.
Josh.
Oh, I know a lot about World War II. I don't know any plane
Oh my
names.
God.
okay.
Don't know any
Josh, you're
plane
killing
names.
me here.
Don't know any plane
You're
names.
killing me.
Like
Okay,
an
Spitfire,
airplane?
hello. Okay. Her DMs are open, I guess. Like, are you down to go to the Fuhrer bunker?
Probably not.
Here.
What is that? Say what the hell?
Agree to that.
By the way, this is, just to clarify, this is a World War I helmet. Put it on her.
Does this have any like racist undertones?
No.
That's what I thought. That was my first thought.
I
I
know,
had to
right?
Feels like it.
Yeah.
No,
it does.
it's
It's
that
actually kind of cool.
it's a World War I helmet, and that was before the Nazis. So for World War I, who was the bad guy is a bit more ambiguous. Put it back on her. Looks good. She looks like a
Yeah.
babe, not gonna
You
lie.
do.
Like major babe status with the.
Yeah, over here.
It's called a pickle hubba.
The hat is
Pickle hubba.
pickle hubba.
Pickle hubba.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of
You,
digging it.
if you want, leave it on for the rest of the show. But
Why
yeah,
not?
Adolf Malyer.
Wait, I don't actually.
Okay.
All the Hitler talk.
Well, yeah, okay. Jesus.
You're like,
I'm going to get fucking
like-
canceled,
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I'm canceled. Okay. Wait, actually, here, I'll take it back.
Oh, she was so happy with it.
she looked
Okay.
good at it too, but you looked better.
Yo, Glebus,
Don't be
LA,
jealous.
thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Idea for next shows: print guests' names and place in front of them. Make all super chats over $15 to auto announce in response to them right away, instead of 15 minutes later when it's irrelevant.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You know what, Glebus? We tried that. We had a text to speech overlay, but it kind of like distracted a bit from the show. I think it's much better to do these instead of doing it piecemeal, doing it just in batches. I will try to get to super chats more regularly, but we had a good little conversation there going. But I might bring back the other way to do it with the overlay. So we'll see. Yo, Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 super chat. 90% of women are asking 10% of the men out. Females do ask men out, just 90% would never know. I can't do math, but those numbers don't add up. By the way, 37-year-old taking true to form. Okay, Christina, do you want to respond to Mr. Mike Davis?
Wait, okay, so 90% of the women are asking 10% of the men out. Females do ask men out. 90% would never know. I can't do math, but those numbers don't add up. By the way, 37-year-old talking true to form. I'm not sure how you want me to respond to
Okay,
that.
don't worry about it. Never mind. All right, guys, thank you for the super chats. By the way, guys, just a heads up, all super chats will be displayed in stream overlay. I will answer super chats $10 and up. Thank you, guys. Oh yeah, okay. Also, last thing. No, we're good. We're good on super chats. Okay, so moving on. Where were we? I don't really want to go back to the body discussion. Okay, so next question. It's kind of related to body stuff, sort of, a little
Don't
bit.
worry, I won't speak.
Moving on.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? Hold on. No, I'm gonna talk about this. So, y'all said that women like initiate, right? Women be out here initiating.
Here.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Here
Like,
and there.
so
Most of the time.
you've initiated with a guy. We'll go around the table on this. Like, you've initiated. You've gone up to a guy. What did you do?
I mean, I feel like one of the times I have gone up to a guy, I just like, we're at like a party or something, and I just walk up to him and we just start talking.
You just start talking.
Yeah, I'm just like present myself.
He comes up to you, or you go up to him?
I mean, I've had guys come up to me, but I feel like I've also definitely gone up to guys and just started talking to them. Like, maybe nothing serious happened, but it's me initiating some sort of conversation that could lead to something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how would you go up to a guy?
I mean, honestly, it's different every time. It's honestly whatever comes to my mind and like the setting and the situation and who it is. I normally just walk up and I just like say some random thing and we just have some sort of conversation.
Okay.
And if I feel it, I stay. If I don't, move on.
You know what? Let's role play this. I'm the chick. I'm Brianna, and your
Okay.
name is
Derek.
Elizor.
Oh, Elizor. Okay.
Elizor.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm Brianna.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so I'm a guy?
Yeah, you're the guy.
Okay.
I'm the chick.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, so I approach you?
Mm-hmm.
I've never been in
the
this
scene.
situation before.
Paint the scene.
Well,
Are
I
we
mean,
at a Trader Joe's? Are we at a party?
We're
Are
at
we-
some party on DP or something,
Okay.
Throwback.
I like that. I like that flow.
Okay.
Wait, why am I the guy? I'm so confused.
Wait. Oh,
This is.
you're right. Okay. That's something else. Go ahead. I'll
I'm
be
the-
Brian. You're Eliza.
Okay. I was like, hey, what's up? How are you doing?
I don't know how to do this because
Oh, see, a little scared.
no, it's because like. Okay, I'll play along. Hey, what's up? I'm Brian.
Yo, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm great. What brings you here?
To the party?
Yeah.
What brings me to the
yeah,
party?
you heard me.
To drink
Hell yeah, that's why I'm here too. What you like to drink?
Malibu.
Oh, really? I
And
drank that
Hypnotic.
like so long ago. I like Fireball. Do you like Fireball?
It's okay.
Oh, it's my favorite. Why don't you like it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, you should try it sometime. I could get it for you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, for sure. Do you want to like go hang out after or something? We could go to my place. It's free and I have my own room.
Bro, would you actually say that?
Dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Worse.
my
This is
roommate.
really
All right,
good.
she's got game. All right,
No,
she's
no,
got
no.
game. She's got
Hey,
game.
there we go. There we
Okay,
go.
so you're straight up. You're just gonna ask the guy to fuck
Hey,
like
I'm
that.
blunt and honest. I'm
Yeah.
not trying. I don't cut
Hey,
corners.
respect.
I don't cut
Respect. I
corners.
can tell you got some game. Okay. All right. We'll move on from that.
So you see?
Caught you off guard, didn't
She
I?
caught me off guard.
Well, this is
This place is
how
different.
women are today. You know?
All right, she's an outlier though. Like,
No.
most chicks-
Whatever.
Nah,
man.
most
Oh,
chicks ain't.
Whatever.
Nah, like
Whatever.
most chicks are not 30 seconds into the interaction saying, "Hey, wanna fuck?" They're not.
Yes,
nah.
they are. I've
Yeah.
seen it
They
a
are.
million times.
Bruh.
We have
Y'all
more.
tripping.
We have more time to talk on the way to my place.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Know each other.
Hold on.
I
got-
literally, there was a chick that took off her clothes in
She
front
belongs
of.
to the streets.
Wow. Okay, so
You
do I
should hear
tell
my
the story or
body
not?
count. You would not say that.
Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
What's your
Here we
body
go.
count?
5.
Your body count's 5.
Yes,
Okay,
I would
w-
take that on a lie detector test.
We'll go around the table on this.
2.
2, 4.
Wait, what? What are we asking?
I'm the highest.
Body count.
I don't know. I don't look at those things.
You don't look at those things.
No.
So, what? Like, how many people you've slept with?
I don't remember. Like that's I have terrible memory. I know that I've been monogamous for a really long time, but there was a few of them flying around somewhere. I can't count.
So-
I'm 37, guy. These guys are not my age. Like I
more
don't
than 30?
remember.
But like, okay, if you've only slept with 5 guys, you would remember that it's 5. So, is it more than 20?
Clearly, they weren't memorable enough.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oh, T.
So, was it more than 20?
I
Give
doubt
us-
that. I doubt that.
Less than 20
Most likely, yes.
Stop the cap.
on all y'all. Okay.
I don't care. I don't have the body count thing doesn't shame me at all. I know that I've been quite some of a prude, you know. But that's because I've had terrible. Like people think, oh yeah, hot sex, like one night stand, and it's like terrible. Dude doesn't know how to keep that up. It's like, nah, dog.
Nah, dog.
Nah, dog.
So if he
Nah, dog.
if he is having some difficulty
That's a problem.
in the erectile.
That's a problem.
That's, you know what?
Just
That's
like
another,
if something's not wet and it's a problem, and it's like, well, it's a problem if the dude can't keep his thing out.
Well, it's a lot easier for women to get wet, and also there's lube. Whereas for men, like,
Aren't there like pills or something?
But okay,
Right?
7-Eleven.
yeah, there's Viagra, but I mean,
I
that shit-
tried that with an ex one time, and we both got a huge headache. He didn't need it; he was great, but like, you know.
Wait, you took the Viagra too?
Yeah, we both did. We thought it would make us really horny,
What?
and it didn't. It was like we both like, oh, like fuck this shit. This sucks. Yeah, it was bad. We had to drink lots of water that night.
Oh, yeah. I think Viagra is for men mostly, but yeah.
No,
that's-
it was for both. There was a thing that was for both. It was his friend that was selling it or something. Yeah.
What the fuck? Well, as far as the
Yeah.
body count of the table goes,
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
okay. So
You can think whatever you want to think.
I could be wrong.
But also, like, that's the thing. Even if our body counts were 100, if a guy's body count is 100, that's so normal
It's
and
so exciting
okay
for
for
me.
them.
And why
It's
do you
like,
just assume
yes.
that all of us are lying?
Oh,
Why do I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
wait, about what? I'm sorry.
He said all of our body counts should be multiplied by 3.
No, Stifler, the soundboard said that.
But
it wasn't
didn't you
me.
press it?
I did press it.
Yeah, let's talk about
The
that.
thing is that I mean,
Why
most
would
people can't be some men too, but a lot of women are not going to be honest
A
about
lot
their
of
body
women have
count.
other priorities than dick.
Thank you.
Thank
oh my
you,
God, I
Liza.
love you.
What-
Thank
but what
you.
does that-
I don't give a shit.
Like maybe myself.
exactly.
No, but
Not
what does that have
everyone's
to do?
like obsessed with men.
That I didn't assert that.
Yes, you kind of did when you're like, you don't know your body count. How would you not know that? Like, who cares?
I mean, I mean that's kind of like a pretty intimate thing. Most people would remember people they've had sex with, I would assume, unless if it's so astronomical where you're starting to forget people, then.
I don't know. I'm more of a demisexual. I learned the word. So if it's not there mentally, you know, I don't remember them.
Okay. Wait, so okay, you were in an 8-year relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then you said you broke up like a year and a half ago.
Yes, I left. Thank God. I finally gave up.
Have you
No.
smashed
No.
since?
And it's so weird.
So you've been celibate for like 2 years.
Oh,
or-
a year and 4 months. This
A
is
year and
really
4 months.
private information. Luckily, I'm the way I am. But
Luckily.
I actually, it's the funny thing about desire, and I'll tell people this, is that we think we want things and we need things until we realize that we don't. There's just like, don't get me wrong. When I find the right person, it'll probably be a marathon. But like for now, I don't feel the urge.
Yes!
There's so that's funny. There's so many things involved as a woman. Like there's like infections and STDs out there, monkeypox. Dude, I'm good by myself right now. Like unless someone is really gonna bring it to the table, I actually have a checklist now.
What's your checklist?
My checklist? At least have your car and your house and not be a bum couch surfer that I have to drag around and be your mommy for like forever. And like at least have a good attitude, be healthy, not make me responsible for everything, including your life. Yeah, that's my checklist now. Like, and yeah, I don't put up with people that don't respect me anymore. Because I'm an empath and I tend to take in so much and I give people excuses. I'm like, oh, but they're that way because they had a broken family. Well, everybody's broken. So wake up and try to be different, you know?
Mike Davis. Okay, wow. I mean, a lot of that stuff seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, no shit. It's pretty basic. I'm a pretty basic bitch, dude. Like, you know, I'm quite simple. It's just I've been with really high maintenance men. So my take is complete opposite from yours. You know?
You've been with high maintenance men. Do you think you're high maintenance?
Me? Hell no. I'm like not at all. What I am is I'm very expressive. So either you can handle the authenticity and the opinionated. Like I'm very good at respecting people's differences, but not when mine isn't. So like you can think the way you do and I still respect you, but if you don't respect me and allow my space as well, that's where I just walk away.
Word. Okay,
skipped
question
him.
for the panel.
You skipped him.
Oh, what was the question? Oh, body count. Josh,
Yeah.
okay, what's your body
We
count,
went
Josh?
all around
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was
Sorry,
left
Josh,
out. That was
body
so
count,
sad.
if you want.
You're
Not
welcome,
gonna
Josh.
lie, I don't know it.
Oh, shit, Josh, are you a fucking legend? Are you a fucking legend, Josh?
Wait, what did you say?
My body count.
I
don't
have
know
it on good authority,
You don't have
Josh.
one?
No, I don't know it.
You
So
don't
Josh is a
remember either.
legend,
I
but then
was just
we're all
gonna say
liars.
that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Interesting misogyny right there.
That's
How's
the way
that?
it is.
How's that misogyny?
Because men are legends if their body
If they
count
fuck
exceeds-
everything, and
What's the
but
def-
women are
what-
sluts and dirty
What's-
if they fuck a lot.
What's the definition of misogyny?
Misogyny?
What's the definition of it?
It's when you're negative towards the female gender, and it's a double-edged sword. That's what it is. So you treat them unfairly because they're females. You think that they have to act a specific way. It's a hegemonic way of thinking, and it's very masculine. It's been conditioned for years and years, so much that you don't even realize you're doing it when you're doing it.
I mean, are there differences between men and women?
Absolutely, there are differences between men and women. But what makes it
But
okay
so-
for you to smash like 10 women in a week and not okay for a woman
Because
to do
it's
it?
hard for men and it's very easy for women to get sex.
It's not hard for men
It's
to get
very,
sex.
very hard for men to get sex.
Dude,
Have you ever made a guy wait for sex?
no. I'm very direct. If I want you, I want you. If I don't,
All right,
I'll never
we'll-
let you have it.
We'll ask the table. Have you ever made a guy wait for sex?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay, there you go.
Well, I haven't.
Most men don't make women wait for sex. It's the opposite.
See how different people's worlds can be, though? That's why it's very dangerous to stereotype.
Okay, but see, you're an outlier. The fact of the matter is that for men, it's very difficult for them to get laid. For most men, it's very hard.
I don't know.
single-
The men that I was with, not at all. Like,
Well, congrats. You're dating the top 20%.
I don't know.
But-
I wouldn't call it that.
Okay.
At all.
Well,
I was pretty, like, bad at judging, you know.
Yeah, so, I mean, any single girl at this table, if she was so inclined, right now it's 8:15 on a Tuesday. You could get laid
It's
tonight.
Thursday.
So
Sorry,
could a
Thursday.
dude.
No, you think an average
It
guy.
takes two, right? Like,
No,
think
I
about
think
it.
you're right.
No,
I think
you think
you're right.
you think an average guy can just go out and get laid.
Dude, there are so many horny women out there. Like, you have no idea. I know so
Dude,
many.
bro.
Like, so many
No,
that are like,
it's
I just
not.
want to fuck tonight, and I'm going to go fuck someone. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I'm not like that, but, like, yeah, awesome.
Well, you're an outlier, but for most men,
Just because I'm a scaredy cat.
into the microphone, please.
I said I'm just scared of, like, I'm more of a hypochondriac. I think people are gross sometimes and don't clean themselves properly.
Okay, most men cannot get laid. Like, they have extreme difficulty getting laid. It's hard. They're getting curved by girls. Most men, if they DM a chick, she's just going to leave him on red, won't even open it. But if a girl DMs a guy, she's probably going to, more likely than not, she'll get a response.
That is so not
Same
true.
with dating apps. How's it?
I think
I really
there's
want to
some
pull up
truth
my
to it.
video. Eric,
I
can you
think there's some truth, yeah.
Eric, can you pull up on the other tab, go to my YouTube channel, pull up my social experiment video that I did?
On the other tab? Oh,
Yeah, you'll have to do it on the other one. I'll control this while we do that. But so just pull up my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
What's that?
Which one?
So let me know when you're there.
Yeah, I'm on it.
So you're gonna actually, let me pull up window here if we can see it. Okay, so go to home or go F11. Yeah, go home. Okay, go scroll down. Okay, scroll down. Okay, keep going. Most viewed. There we go. Okay, first one, asking guys for sex. Play that one.
I've seen this.
I've seen these on your IG.
Go full screen.
Yeah, but you have megally hot chicks go on there. Don't even go find a regular looking chick.
I did it with a regular looking chick.
Really? Because
Would
I didn't
kill
see
it.
any on your IG.
No,
They
we
were all
didn't. We didn't
beautiful.
do it with.
That girl is very pretty.
She's very attractive, yes. And
So
I've done
what's
it
your
with.
point? Not
Well,
most women don't look like that. Let's be real.
It doesn't matter.
It
Yeah.
does
I
matter,
don't know if
dude.
it
really
matters,
doesn't.
though.
Come
Even
on,
An
don't be
average
so
chick,
ignorant,
yo, an
man.
Even an
average
average
chick.
chick could
That
probably
is not
pull
an
more
average
than the
chick.
average
Look
guy.
at
What-
your expectations. Do you think that's average? To me, that looks like a fucking Barbie, dude. Like,
But
I'm
like
trying
if
to
you were to
illustrate a point
use
here.
an average chick,
Oh, it's not
I
loading.
think guys have a lot lower
Okay, just
standards
forget it.
than
Never mind.
girls. Like
Guys' standards.
Wait, you gotta pause.
You gonna be
good looking.
she definitely is. No, she for sure is. But even an average looking girl probably has a lot better odds than the average looking guy because our standards are higher than men's naturally.
Most men, yes, we can talk about a male model doing it. We can talk about her doing it. I had another girl do it too. Fact of the matter is, most women, if they are direct with guys, if they were so inclined, either in person or on a dating app, at a bar or a club, if they wanted to, they could walk into a club, say, who wants to fuck? Some guy's going to be down. Most guys are probably going to be down to fuck. If a guy does the same exact thing, ain't no chick going to take him serious. Ain't no chick going to be... He could be walk in, good looking, have a fucking Lambo parked outside, be rich, ballin', whatever it is. No chick's just gonna go straight up go for it. But speaking about the average man can't just hook up with a girl like that.
I
They
think there's
can't,
truth to
dude.
that. I think you have a point
Yeah.
there.
I think it depends on how charismatic they are.
The
Because
average
if you're
man
funny
is not
and you're cool and you're confident,
what percentage of men are charismatic and cool?
Well, then they should step that up.
yeah, exactly. You're like, where's your personality, man? Like, come on.
Well, that's very convenient for women to say, I want a guy who's funny, who's charismatic, who's confident, all this shit.
But doesn't
Men
a
don't
woman-
care about that shit in
What?
women. You just need
What
to
kind
be
of dumb men are
pretty.
you talking about?
Most of them.
Men don't care about
There are
that
so
stuff.
many hot chicks in the world. Like, you want to
What-
have more
are-
substance than that. Are you talking about for one night stands? You're right about those one night stands. I'm talking about partnership.
We're
for
talking
partnership.
about getting laid.
Oh, just getting laid.
Yeah, we're talking about getting
Oh yeah,
laid.
all they care about is hot. You're right. Excuse me, I misunderstood.
I mean, actually, for a lot of guys, like most men have no standards,
Yeah.
have no boundaries.
just for like
So
one
true.
night, maybe.
No, even
Yeah.
for relationships, most guys are so. Most men are so sex starved. Most guys are so affection starved, attention starved. Most men don't get any attention from women, so a lot of men will tolerate a lot of shit from women.
I think you're right. Absolutely. And like, not saying that that's a good thing, but that's just how it is, I guess. But like, that's just the societal privilege of being a woman, is that we have better chances of getting laid. But like, what the fuck does that do for me in life, honestly?
Well, also relationships too. Women
Yeah.
have an edge up in relationships.
In relationships,
in getting relationships.
as well. Like, we have more options in who we want to find suitable as a partner, whereas men will probably settle for a lot less because they are so sex starved and affection starved. I think you're right.
Here's the difference.
Sorry, I was reading the comments.
Yeah, here's the difference is women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed. Yeah.
I have a question.
like
How do you
that.
think that could be evened out more or balanced out more?
how could it be, I mean, women lowering their standards? Because some of y'all, frankly, are a bit delusional about I'm not saying all women, but some women have an unrealistic elevated sense of self,
Yeah.
be it either their physical attractiveness or who they are as a person. So I think if women were more realistic with their own self-assessments, I mean, we've done this on previous shows where like we'll ask someone in the chat, Mr. Stifler will ask what the women rate themselves, and women will just rate themselves a 10.
I don't think that's like every woman though.
No, it's not every woman. Some women are very realistic about, their appearance or what they're potentially bringing to a relationship. But here's the issue, right? And I think this is part of the contributing factor to why women's have an elevated sense of their own attractiveness, because women can sleep up. So you can sleep with a guy who's more attractive than you. That guy will never commit to you. He'll never commit. So that's why you always hear girls talking about fuck boys and guys don't want to commit. Well, it's because you're sleeping up. So what you have happening is if a woman can sleep with a guy who's more attractive than her, she's going to think, well, I can sleep with a guy who I think is an 8 or a 9. I must be an 8 or a 9.
So I can then date and have my standards that high.
Yeah. So I think that's part of the problem. And we're seeing that play out on dating apps. You have the top 10 or 20% of men on dating apps that are just crushing it on dating apps, just running through chicks.
Yeah.
And then for 80% of men on dating apps, nothing. They're struggling on dating apps. So I mean, and I think men need to level up too, though.
I
Men
agree.
need to improve too.
Yeah.
They got to stop being bums. They got to stop smoking weed. They got to stop drinking. I have kind of very, not radical takes on this, but I mean, they got to get fit. They got to get their body right. They got to get their money right. So men got to level up. But I do think to some degree women have, I mean, I think it's no surprise. I think most women are very picky.
Yeah.
If you were to ask who's pickier, men or women, I mean, it's kind of duh.
Yeah.
Women are more picky.
Yeah, I feel like everyone should just like meet each other halfway in some way. Like women could maybe in some ways, like what you were saying, realize the standards and reality of situations, and men need to rise up to the occasion for the women and themselves.
Yes. I mean, we could go around the table if you want to rate yourselves from 1 to 10.
That's awful.
Why is it awful?
You start.
Why
You
would
go.
you?
Yeah, you go.
6.9 on a good day.
Nice number.
So is this rated by just like face or like, but
Oh.
what else do we
Physical
have?
appearance.
I
Just
know,
physical
right?
Okay,
appearance.
physical appearance.
Physical appearance strictly.
Maybe
That's
like
so subjective.
maybe like
Yeah.
a 7, but with everything I have to like offer,
What
like
you-
a 10.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! What do you got?
Like what you were saying, like if I was on Tinder, I'd like
You got that crypto?
I would use like a photo of me with my Range Rover. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
That would
Okay,
just
he's
like-
got the he's
that
got the
would put
range.
me in the
Do you
20.
have a Range Rover?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
No
I want a
cap.
Bronco.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
Okay, ratings.
I refuse to rate. I think it's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm so granny about it.
But what's your objection to it?
Because I think it's subjective. I think one day, like some days I feel like I'm a 10. Some days I feel like I'm a fucking 0. Like it's stupid. It's your mentality. It's
Well,
not
here-
really your physical appearance. It's how you feel about yourself. And that reflects on what you see.
Here's a different way to. Well, okay, we'll skip you.
I guess
You
if I
asked.
like really had to put a number to it, and like I have no idea if this is realistic or delusional, but I think I would put myself at an 8.7.
Okay.
Yeah, this is hard. I would say like, I don't know, like 8.5.
I was okay. I feel like I need to change my.
That's
No,
exactly what
I was
said.
honestly like truthfully, at the bottom of my core, I feel like I'm like a 6.7, I think. No, I'm being really honest right now. Yeah, I think that's.
You're hard on yourself.
I know.
Before anyone said anything, I was gonna I don't know, but this is notable that I've come a long way. I would have rated myself way lower. So the first number that came into my head was a 7.7. Double 7.
Okay, lucky number. Lucky number.
37, play along, and don't be so pessimistic.
So Christina,
I'm not pessimistic.
What
just
do you
real.
think? If we lined up 50 men, what do you think they would rate you?
Me? I don't know. I'd be rating them before they rate me.
Just answer the question.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not. I would drive me crazy if I gave a shit what men thought. They change. They shift. If you have big titties, then they get bored and they want small titties. If you've got a fat ass, then they always want fat ass. If you have long legs and they want they fuck it. It's variety. It's all about variety. Okay. Oh, I want a freaking exotic Latina. Now I want like a little blondie. Fuck them, dude. I don't care what they think.
All right,
I love you though. I love
I'll ask a different question.
Men,
We'll go around the panel on this. What percentage of men do you find attractive? Christina.
Oh, voice. Oof. But I'm also a singer-songwriter.
What
it's Night Rain, by the way. R-E-I-G-N.
What percentage of men do you find attractive?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said what do I find
What
attractive?
percentage of men do you find attractive?
Very small percentage. I'm very particular, which is actually hard for me because of that. It doesn't have to be physically. It has to do with like a whole persona, like a whole style.
Just
like
quick
the
answer.
way they
Just
move,
quick.
I would say like maybe like 1%.
1% of men you find attractive.
Maybe like 0.5. Maybe like 0.0005. I'm just being honest.
Okay, no. And by the way, I do want to say I appreciate all y'all honesty for the body count thing. Some people don't want to answer that, so I do really appreciate you guys just answering it. So what percentage of men do you find attractive?
That's tough. But if I had to guess, like somewhere between 20 to 30%.
What about on dating apps?
Probably even less so.
Okay.
Maybe like 10%.
Maybe the way we could answer this, what percent of men would you don't have to give an exact percentage, but do you swipe left on dating, or what?
Like, I say no
sorry.
to?
What percentage of men do you swipe right on? So yes, on dating apps.
Not very many, like maybe 5 to 10%, I guess.
Okay. So what percentage of men do you find attractive?
I feel like 15%.
15%?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very low. I really don't know. Probably under 10.
Under 10%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my roommate Anastasia can vouch for me. I'm gonna say around 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
In person, 50%. On dating apps, it's like 10%, top 10%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Because I feel like in
fair.
person, it's different. You can feel a person. On dating apps, you don't really know. Like, I have bad pictures, and one picture they look completely different than the other. But in real life, you really get the feel for them. So that's why the number's bigger.
Okay. Wait. So just curious, like, why didn't you like the rating question, Christina?
Oh, because I think it's really superficial. It's just the rating question doesn't make sense to me. I don't rate unless I start to get to know someone.
Can I ask you a question? Would you date a guy that's shorter than you?
Absolutely not. I used to, but not anymore.
What's your height requirement?
At least 6'2".
At least 6'2".
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'5".
5'5".
Yeah.
So 6'2".
Well, 5'6", 5'5".
6'2" bare minimum.
Yeah, I just like tall dudes.
Okay.
That's a
And you said
thing.
you're 5'5", so that's like 7-8 inches difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I like them to be healthy and agile as well, both mentally and physically. And I'm like that now because men are so superficial and they're very particular about what they like, and I'm very honest about that too. So, I don't feel bad. I used to date men that were very physically unattractive because I thought those things didn't matter, but they actually do. We are creatures of all the senses, so that includes every part of us. It's true. Even the smell. Smell is huge for me.
Okay, what about peen size?
What?
Peen. The peen size.
What does peen mean?
Penis.
Penis?
Penis
Peen.
size.
I've never heard peen, but okay.
Does size matter to you?
I thought it didn't until I was with someone that had a pencil dick once, and I just because he was a good dancer, so I was like, I thought that it would work out, and it was absolutely fucking terrible. And he was really bad at kissing too. He kissed like a lizard.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, now I think it does matter.
Jesus.
You're
Okay.
asking these questions,
No,
man.
it's
Like
just-
they're pretty raw, so I'm throwing. them
All right. No, I
responses,
appreciate it. I
like-
appreciate it. But okay, so I guess my question is, you object to the rating thing, but is it because it's trying to measure someone? Is that kind of your objection to
No,
it?
and I don't like. That's so funny how men are so obsessed with their dicks, because that's not even what turns me on. Like when someone sends a dick pic, I'm like, ew, you just made me feel filthy. Like it's sexier when like they're doing something intelligent, or they're saying something witty and funny, or I don't know, just it's different. It's different. Like, or there's a certain look in their eyes. Like, I'm just not that. I'm not thinking, oh, because dudes that are short can have huge dicks, FYI. That has nothing to do with it.
Word.
And
Okay,
like
we're gonna-
tall dudes can have tiny dicks. Seriously. Like, that's a thing. Like, you can't measure. They say measure on foot size and like hand size. Nah. You measure on like their vibe, You kind
Okay,
of just know.
so moving on, sort of related to dicks. Do men think with their dicks?
Yes.
I think a majority of the time, in my experience, men have thought with their dicks, because at least what I've been told, even just yesterday, my friend was like, speak for yourselves, please. I would love to hear your guys' input. But like when guys look at a girl, they just like think about sex automatically, and I don't think women do the same thing almost ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they most of the time do think with their dicks, if they want to or not. It could be just their programming.
Yeah. Really quick, just yes or no, do men think with their peens?
Yes.
Quick.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I was reading the comments because they're ridiculously funny. You're harsh. What was the question?
Are you just not paying attention?
No, I wasn't, because I was. Well, you have the comments. Like, we're reading what you guys are saying, by
Do
the
men
way.
think
God.
with their
It's
dicks?
hilarious.
Frank Castle.
Frank Castle, what?
Just
Do
Just
men
ask me the question again.
think with their dicks?
do men think with their dicks?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do women think with their pussy?
They can, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Depends. But
Yeah.
Most of the time, no.
I'd say most of the time, no.
It depends on whether you're ovulating or not.
Okay. Okay, Josh, do you have anything, Josh?
Yeah, what
Any
about
thoughts?
Josh?
Sorry, guys.
On this topic,
Yeah, do men think with their peens? Do women think with their clams?
so I think men do think with their dicks, and women don't. And if she does, she's probably like fucking wild.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my question is then, if women don't think with their pussy, why is it the case then that the average woman has slept with more people than has the average man?
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Is that a statistic?
Yeah,
or-
is that
It's for
facts?
sure true.
I feel like
What
it
is
probably
the-
just goes with the odds you were talking about, how women can sleep with men easier.
Mm-hmm.
So they have more opportunities for that.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Yep.
same. So,
Okay.
Good answer.
I mean, that's like the straight answer to it. Like, women sleep with men more because we can. Because men don't really have the same privilege all the time. Like,
men wish they could.
Eric, really quick, just since we're on the topic, remember that infographic you pulled up last time? Can you pull that up again? So, Christina, do you want to just come in on that?
On what?
The conversation that we've just been having.
Okay. What was the question again?
Eric, do you have it pulled up?
Yeah, what's it called?
Hold on, I'll help you find it here.
I'm on the folder.
It is, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, one sec. Men, less sex.
Okay. Men get a lot of sex, I think.
Men get less sex than women.
No, they don't.
F11. Okay, so this is from the Washington
see.
Post.
Men do get more sex.
Bruv, young men driving the decline in sex. Share of men and women between ages 18 and 30 reporting no sex in the past year.
Video games. Blame it on the video games.
Porn.
18% for women, 28% for men. This is from 2018, by the way, from the Washington Post. Very reputable. Well, I don't know if is it reputable? Whatever. Very notable journal. That's a 10% gap. And this is 2018. So I assume in 2022, it's actually increased because shit went crazy over the pandemic.
I agree.
OnlyFans, dating apps becoming even more popular. I mean, don't get me wrong. In 2018, dating apps were immensely popular, but that's from the Washington Post. I suspect it's probably like 35% men. So let's maybe say 33%. 1/3 of men are not having sex. Do you think we could say the same about women? I'll open it up to Eliza.
I mean, I can't speak for all women. We all have our different experiences.
I thought you were like the leader of
I don't know. I feel like I have a different perspective.
the sisterhood.
Than a lot of other people. I can share my opinion, but I definitely would fuck less than other women.
Anything from?
I just I speak for myself, but I'm not driven by that whatsoever. I desire more of an emotional connection with somebody. That's why I've only been with people that I've been in a relationship with. So that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah. I feel like if there's more people, like more women having sex, it's probably because they're in a relationship. Because it's that what I think is, like, guys, it's harder. Like, I don't think most of them want a relationship now in that age, 18 to 30. So that's why I feel like there's more girls having sex because maybe they want a relationship and that's why they have more sex.
Well, I mean, in order for that infographic to make sense, what needs to be happening is there's a smaller proportion of men that are having sex with a lot of women.
Okay. I don't know.
Wait,
yeah.
so you're saying...
So what's happening is that there's more women that are having sex, but they're having sex with the same guys essentially. Obviously not the whole, it breaks down geographically, but well, duh. But it's okay,
Sorry.
So, it's not like the frequency so much.
No,
of
yeah,
sex.
it's like
just
the person, right?
Yeah. So in order for that infographic to be true, what is happening is there's a small percentage of men that they're sleeping with most of the women. So a small percentage of men are sleeping with most of the women.
Okay.
So like for example, there's some guys probably in IV that are just racking up the numbers.
Yeah.
But most men can't do that. Most men don't have access to hookup culture, whereas almost all women, if they were so inclined, have access to hookup culture.
No, yeah. This is exactly what we were talking before, like, because I don't know, like, if it's theirs because it's right. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, yeah, I agree. I think that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I also agree. It's like different though because I feel like a majority of women don't want the hookup culture. Not all of them, because like me personally, I do participate in hookup culture and I'm not really one for long-term relationships, but that's not how most women think. Most women would rather have a long-term relationship rather than hookup culture, whereas men, that's what they strive for because that's so easy for them. Like, get to lay in bed with a nice chick, different chick, and not have to commit to a relationship. That would be prime for them, but women don't want it, even though it's
good point.
accessible.
Yeah.
Good point. So that actually is men's, let's say, evolutionary biological sexual strategy. That is men's sexual strategy. Try to sleep with as many women as possible. The thing is, though, is that most men can't. For most men, it's going to be within the confines of a relationship. But of the men that can, that's why a lot of women are encountering men that won't commit, because they don't have to. Because if they're just getting a whole bunch of chicks, then why? Boom. Okay. And so I think I didn't get to touch on this when we were talking about it before. So we were talking about the double standard, and you had brought up misogyny, that it's misogyny that there's a double standard between men and women, insofar as men are not shamed for if they sleep with a lot of women, but women are shamed. Is that kind of what you were getting at?
I mean, I don't think that's just an effect of misogyny. I think that's what I was trying to say.
Right.
So
is the double standard justified? That's what I want to open up to the panel. So basically, men are viewed as studs and women are viewed as sluts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's justified?
No.
Why would it be?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Why would it be?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to tell you. So, and we've already sort of talked about this. Women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can. Oh shit, holy shit.
Oh.
By this short guy
Whoa.
BS. Dude, Stephen Krug, you're back. Holy shit. Hold on, wait, I got something for you, Stephen Krug. Stephen Krug, you came around, dude. Bro, you broke my heart. I saw your comment, dude. Hold on. Yo, Steven. I'm glad we could reconcile, Steven. I love you, bro. Hey, that's one of our biggest super chats ever, man. You're a fucking legend, Steven. We'll get to your super chat shortly here. So, okay, I was talking about the double standard and why I personally think it's justified. Sorry, okay. I was just reading the super chat here. So, women sleep with who they want, men sleep with who they can. I don't know if you've heard of this analogy. A lock, have you heard this one? A lock that opens too many keys is a shitty lock. A key that opens many locks is a master key. So it ultimately just comes down to it's very easy for women to sleep with men. You just have to show up. So it's not impressive if you can sleep with a lot of men. But for a guy to be able to sleep with a lot of women, there's something about him.
I think that there's like certain men, like let's say here it's like athletes, kind of like
Sure.
They can get whoever they want, so why should they be praised for that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like maybe the average man, yes, I understand what you're saying, but there are like men that are praised for like getting as many girls as possible when they're like the top, like what, 10% or something, but they're still praised. But like women, like there are some women that can't get sex as easily as other women, so why are they still called a slut, basically? Because maybe they worked for it too. So it's like, I get that it's easier for women. I do agree with you, and I understand where you're coming from, but there are women that can't, and they still fall under the category of a slut because they're a woman.
Wait, so you're saying there's women that can't get laid?
As easy as other women, or like there are men that can get laid easier than certain women, but women are called sluts because, you know what I'm saying? Does anyone know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like it's harder for some women to get laid, and then when they do get laid, they're a slut.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You take a super hot guy and he has the same body count as an average girl, the super hot guy is automatically like, he's a player, he's on some king shit, whatever. But the girl she's passed around, she belongs to the streets.
Yeah.
Even if it is like generally easier for girls, like if you have an average girl, for her to be sleeping with a lot of guys, people will still be like, ew, how could she do that? Or like, how did she pull like that? And it's like, why? You know, how is that? Yeah. But like, if an average guy had the same body count as well, he's still getting praised for it.
Yeah.
He's bringing something to the table. He's got game, or he's got status, or he's got wealth. So he's bringing something to the table. Women don't need status. They don't need wealth to get laid.
Not all women.
That is not
That's what
true.
we're saying is there's like maybe, I don't want to say a category of women, but for lack of better word, I'm going to say that. But like there are like women that can't get laid as easy as like the really attractive men that don't have to work as hard as like maybe the average man does. On average, I get what you're saying. Yes, women like probably can get laid easier than men, but like these women are still labeled as sluts even though they're not.
And that's where it's like the double-edged sword, I feel like,
Yeah.
because like I don't know, like if I had a higher body count, a guy's gonna look at me and be like, I don't want that. But why am I not allowed to do the same for a guy?
You are allowed to.
I am, but society like kind of puts a pressure to kind of let that kind of thing go. Like, oh, well, he's a guy, so it's fine. It's normal. It's okay if he got with a lot of girls.
So, I mean, I think women, generally speaking, care less about their partner's body count than do men care about their partner's body count. But I think, I mean, my take on this is that women can have any preference or standard or boundary they want. If a woman doesn't want to date a guy that's a player, that's has a high body count himself, that's totally fine. And she might want to do that because that guy, if he's got a high body count, and if she genuinely wants a serious relationship, she might be like super like relationship type chick. She only wants to have sex within the confines of a monogamous relationship. I think that's a perfectly reasonable standard for any woman to have, that, hey, I don't want to date a player. And there's definitely women like that.
Yeah.
I actually think there's not really much shaming women in terms of, I don't really hear that so much, like women being shamed for not wanting to date a guy with a high body count. I don't really hear that so much. I think women care less, but what I do hear a lot is men being shamed for not wanting to date a woman with a high body count, because it becomes this slut shaming.
Yeah. I want.
Whereas fuckboy shaming is
it just that
acceptable?
like men want women to be more of their own, or they want them to be like more innocent, or to be have less experience, or like why is it that men look at women this way?
Like, why do men want a woman with a lower body count?
Yeah.
So it's a couple things. It's a few things. One, you mentioned the word innocent. Men are attracted to women who are innocent.
Yeah.
Men, whether people like to, whether they hate this, men are attracted to women, or men value sexual purity in women. And, that could either manifest itself. Excuse me, there's a fly. That can either manifest itself as someone who has a very low body count or who's a virgin. Yeah. Now, the days of a woman being a virgin, having the expectation a woman is a virgin, that's long gone. But still, we look for it in someone who has a low body count. And there's a couple reasons. So there's an evolutionary reason. Sorry, there's a fly that's harassing me, guys. There's an evolutionary reason for it. With body count, if a woman has a high body count, if she sleeps with a lot of men, if she's promiscuous, if she has a child, you cannot guarantee who the father is of that child.
Without a DNA test, right?
Right. But in the past, throughout all human history, DNA test, that's from the 1980s.
Yeah, recently.
When we sequenced, whatever. So that's very new. So that doesn't change our men's evolutionary and biological hardwiring for preferring a partner who has a low body count.
Yeah.
So it comes down to, one, the paternity thing, because one of the biggest fears a guy has is that kid not being yours. That's pretty much the biggest L a guy can take. If you think the kid is yours and it's not yours, that's a huge L for guys. So men have a vested interest in ensuring that the child is theirs, but there's no way to know. Whereas for women, if you get pregnant, you know the kid is yours. But for men, they don't know.
Do men care about if they want to like go around and get and lay all these girls and stuff? Do they care about having multiple children with random women then?
No.
They don't? They could just have their offspring
but it's
anywhere?
It's still like an evolutionary hardwiring that's ingrained in them. So a guy could be in his, 19, 20, 21. He has no intention of having children anytime soon, but that's not going to change that there's this evolutionary psychology thing that's ingrained in men to find promiscuity unappealing and unattractive and frankly disgusting. Yeah. So there's that. From a more intellectual level, I mean, I could give you, let's see, where do I want to start with this? Okay, so someone who's, I can tell you, me personally, a woman who's promiscuous if I know that she's just like hooking up with a bunch of guys, and I think some guys don't care about this, but I don't want to sleep with a girl who's fucking another guy. That's a big thing for me.
I mean, I think a lot of people could agree with that.
Yeah, like I don't want.
Yeah, not everyone.
No, but I mean, in the dating meta is as such, like both men and women are entertaining a lot of options. So you have to assume probably if you're going on a date with someone, hey, they could be sleeping with at least one other person, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You probably know some guys, you probably know some girls that have a roster. They're hooking up with a bunch of people. And so to me, the thought of sleeping with a woman who's fucking another guy, she fucked him the night before, he came in her, and then I'm going to fuck her. To me, that's just gross.
Yeah. And
women, by the way, I want to make something very clear. Women can have this exact same preference and standard for men. A woman might think it's gross. Oh, you fucked a chick yesterday. I don't want to fuck you. So there's that. There's also STD risk with body count. The more sexual partners you have, you're more likely to have an STD, be it permanent or otherwise.
Yeah.
That's often overlooked in this discussion. I mean, and yeah, you can get tested, but like, I think, we can all be realistic here. Most people that are hooking up, having sex for the first time, are they really getting tested before they have sex with someone for the first time? No. Most people are hooking up at bars, clubs, parties, one-night stands. You're not getting an STD test. That's a very spontaneous thing. So people aren't getting STD tests for that. They've also done studies that people who have higher body count, who are more promiscuous, more likely to cheat on you. They're less likely to be able to pair bond because they've detached sex from intimacy. So the more casual sex you have, the more difficult it is for you to pair bond with someone. If you've slept with 100 people, you're not really, that number 101 isn't going to be special to you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're not going to care about them.
Yeah. Just another number on the list.
Just another number, number 101.
Yeah.
So there's that. But they have done studies, so you're more likely to be divorced. The higher the body count, more likely for divorce, more likely for relationship dissatisfaction, more likely for infidelity, more likely for just if it's not marriage, more likely for the relationship to not work out. And you're not as capable of falling in love and being able to pair bond with that person.
That makes sense because you just go through it so many times that eventually the time is going to come where you'll just not really care and you'll just keep going and going and going, and you'll never really get that full fulfillment or satisfaction that you could if you hadn't done that.
Exactly. And if you're constantly just having casual sex, just casual hookups, you are basically rewiring your brain to go towards short-term pleasure seeking.
Oh, that makes sense.
So in the same way, because it's very exciting to be with someone new, and then if you're constantly doing it, then you're kind of rewiring your brain a bit there versus delayed gratification. In the same way, if you've just swiped up on TikTok, if you've been on TikTok swiping or whatever it's called, going through the
For You page.
Yeah, going through the For You page for 3 hours, and then you want to sit down and read a book, good luck,
Yeah.
So in the same way that TikTok kind of rewires you to messes with your attention span, it's sort of similar.
I get that. That's a good correlation there, and comparing those, that makes it.
I think people should be free to do whatever they want, but I mean, I think women care a little bit less about body count, but definitely men, that's a pretty big.
Yeah.
I think men care a lot more about it.
Yeah, everyone's definitely going to do what they want, but there definitely are, I can see some systems of just evolution and stuff that do have effect in all of this, and I feel like it can be put in the background a lot of the time, and people don't really realize the effect that their actions could be having on their life and in the world.
Yeah, we can go around the table really quick on this. Do you think body count should matter?
For everyone? Men and women?
Well, I guess we could phrase it like this. Do you object to men? I think most of you would probably agree men do care about a woman's body count.
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you object to that being a standard that men have in women?
I mean, I don't think I get the whole reasoning and the whole conversation we just had, but I still think that they should maybe keep their eyes open, because what if the person you're truly meant to be with and you have a real connection with has fucked 30 plus guys? I feel like there's different cases for everyone, and that's where it all comes into play. But
I mean,
so should body count matter?
I don't think it should matter It's really hard. I don't know. I, like, personally, since I've been in a long-term relationship, I can lie and say, like, it didn't, like, affect me, or it's not something that, like, bothered me a little bit in the beginning. But I think that that's up to the person, and if, like, the person they want to be, like, I don't know. I think it's very, very subjective to everybody. For me, like, I am very dedicated to who I'm with, and, like, the thought of it sometimes bothers me a little bit, but I don't think it should matter in general to people.
Yeah, I don't think it should matter, but unfortunately it matters. Like, this year is my second year, and, like, we barely started the school year, and I have been asked I don't know how many times what my body count was, and
you've been asked.
Yeah,
really?
A lot of times. And by men, of course. Yeah, man.
On dating apps, or
no, just my friends.
Really?
Friends.
Oh, but so was it just a conversation, or they were romantically interested?
Depends.
Were they romantically interested in you?
I don't know. Maybe some of them, yeah. But I never ask something like that, you know? Like, I feel like it's something for me, it's something so stupid. Like, I don't care how many people, like, you have slept with. Like, I don't care. But if, like, it would be nice if I know. But it's not, like, something, like, I don't know, something that meaningful, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that it really should not matter, and it kind of sucks that it does, because I feel like the reason that women don't care as much as men is kind of because we're conditioned not to care as much. Like, it's more normalized for men to participate in hookup culture and to rack their body count up than it is for women. And so because of that, I feel like it's honestly more of a possessive thing. Like, a man just wants to know that his woman hasn't been hitting up the streets or whatever, whereas women don't care as much because we're not as possessive about that. Like, I personally wouldn't care if the guy that I ended up with had a higher body count, because it kind of depends on the person himself too, but, like, if he's a good person and he has a higher body count, he's just experiencing his life before meeting me, and, like, hopefully it doesn't continue to rack up after meeting me, but I can't really change what came before me, you know?
Okay. Christina?
So it's interesting, because I was thinking just, like, on your takes on body count. It does and it doesn't matter. So because we're kind of conditioned for the whole body count thing to matter, I believe, like, with men, it doesn't bother me that they've had their experiences, because that way, because I'm always looking for partnership, I know they've been through enough people to know what they want. But that being said, for me, hygiene and no STDs is 100% important. So I have to make sure I know the person well and know that they don't have anything, because some people are really safe regardless of whether they've had lots of experiences. They're intelligent, they know how to protect themselves. Just because they've had their high sexual drive or adventures doesn't mean they're not safe about it. So yeah, you can get an STD the first time you have sex. Like, I don't know if you've seen that movie. Was it like what's with Rosario Dawson? Where she was like, it was like they're all 13.
I mean, yeah,
like,
you can definitely get an STD the first time you have sex, but
it's just like,
I
don't know.
You're
it's
more
tough.
likely to get, the more people you sleep with, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to have an STD or get an STD.
So here's the thing. I'm worried more so about my health than anything. And if that body count means that my health is in jeopardy, then yeah, it matters. If it doesn't, then I don't care what you did before. What matters to me is who you are to me. What happened in the past is your deal, just as what happened in my past. Because otherwise you just bring the past into the present, which is not cool.
Okay. Josh, should body count matter?
Should it? Probably not. But, like, I've had conversations with, like, women, and then, like, if it's, like, a high number, you're kind of almost just like, damn. You know, it's just like, if it's kind of high, kind of like almost let down by it. But at this point, for myself, I don't even ask, because, like, you're gonna get let down, like, at some point.
Or they're just gonna lie.
Or they
might just lie. So
that's true.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question. So, do you guys object to a guy having that as a preference? Because you guys think body count shouldn't matter, but would you object or take issue with a guy saying, "Hey, to me, body count matters"? Really quick. Just yes or no.
this isn't so quick. No.
No, because it's to him.
I'll probably say yes. I'll be like, what does, like, you know, I'll probably say yes, but yeah.
Yes, that you have an issue with a guy caring.
Yeah, like, I don't care what you care, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, you can care if you want to, but, like...
But do you think it's wrong for him to care about it?
Okay, it's not wrong, but, like, I wouldn't like if somebody cares that much about me, you know?
Okay.
Not about me, yeah, but not
Sure.
about my body count.
Yeah, I'd say same answer as her. Like, probably, like, shouldn't, but I would think it's wrong. Like, I would be like, why, you know?
You would think it's wrong for the guy to care about body count?
It depends. Like, for my body count personally, like, are we saying hypothetically, like, it's in the hundreds? Like, would I be upset if he cared?
Let's say he's not even necessarily caring about your body count. It's just more in general. If he cares about a woman's body count.
I think I would say, yeah. I think that too many guys care and they need to stop caring, because just like girls, we've learned to stop caring and we've learned to not ask those kinds of questions. Like, smart man right here, just don't ask. Like, why even worry about it when you can just be...
Yeah. There's other things to worry about.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
It shouldn't matter.
All right. So you would take issue with it. You would take quarrel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Would you not date a guy if that was one of his preferences?
Probably not. I think that if that's something that really determines whether you like me or not, then maybe you're not for me.
Okay, so red flag for you if the guy cares about body count.
If he cares too much, yeah. If it's a breaking point for him, then yeah.
Okay, Christina?
Honestly, it depends on the context. Like, I would be honest, like I said before when you asked the question, I don't remember because it didn't matter to me. And I've been in monogamous relationships for a long ass time. So no, like, I don't know. I really don't know. If it really bothers him, you know, maybe we're not meant to be with each other. But I mean, if that's going to impede on the connection and everything else involved, then yeah, I mean, that's pretty narrow-minded if you ask me. So probably.
Okay,
no.
so I got a question for you here. So do any of you have like a really innocent friend, a female friend?
Yes.
Super innocent. Maybe she's really a bit naive, has very little dating experience, might even be a virgin. Maybe she's a bit shy. Maybe she's a bit introverted. If she told you that she wanted to date someone like her, she didn't want to date a guy who's a player, would you take issue with that?
No, I think that whoever she wants to date and her standards are, that's what she should go for. And I'm always there to elevate that and tell her what I think she deserves, you know, because she's my friend and I don't want her in like some relationship that's treating her like shit. But I believe if she wants someone that's like her, then she should go and try to find that if that's really what her heart wants.
Right, so she doesn't want to date a guy who's a player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your take? Would you take issue with a girl who she's a bit more innocent? She does not want to get with a player because she wants a long-term relationship.
Oh, no. What?
Oh, like she wants to date a player or no?
No, she
doesn't
doesn't want to date a player. She
Oh.
tells you that. She's very naive, innocent, a
Yeah.
bit shy, introverted. Do you take issue with her not wanting to date a player?
Not at all. Why would I? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of the similar answer. Obviously, I wouldn't have an issue with it, but I would probably suggest to her, like, maybe be a little more open-minded, because I don't think that because he had a higher body count, that necessarily always makes him a player. Like, a lot of players have higher body counts, but maybe he's a really good guy and just had a lot of shitty relationships. And so her closing that off is kind of the same as men closing off women with higher body standards. So, like, if I were to say no to that, I feel like I would be contradicting myself a little. So I feel like I would suggest to be a little more open-minded at least, but do you. Everyone do you. If you want somebody more like you, find someone more like you, you know?
And Christina, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to ask, so is it about body count still, or is it about, like, he's a player as a human being?
Oh.
I guess I misunderstood the question, I think.
Well, I mean, someone who's a player, that's essentially a guy who sleeps with a lot of women.
I was thinking
No,
it
that's
as
not
like
true.
someone that like plays with your emotions. He like talks to a lot of girls. He's always
That's what
jumping
a
around. That's what
player's
I
a liar.
thought that meant.
A
Like
game.
I
somebody
mean,
that's-
a woman that sleeps with a lot of men who's promiscuous
Not if she's being transparent. That's not a player.
I feel like it depends on our definition of the term
Yeah.
player.
Yeah,
Player
I
is
didn't
not
know.
what you think it is. If you're being honest about what you are and what your intentions are, you are not a player. You're a player when you're trying to have sex with whoever you want and saying whatever you can to get them in bed. That's a player. If you're like, hey, I just want to have sex with you, totally respect it. I'm not into you, but sure.
Okay, fine. I'll
You know?
rephrase the question. I mean, my sense of player doesn't necessarily mean that you're like manipulating the woman, but I guess that
that's
for
how
some
I took it.
Yeah,
I guess for some
every
people
woman
they
does.
could take it that way. Okay, so just the same scenario, you have a really innocent friend, but she's very innocent, doesn't have a lot of dating experience. She doesn't want to date a guy with a really high body count because her impression is that he just doesn't want anything serious.
I would say that she needs to like really get to know the person, because like that might be her person that she really connects with, and I think that she should just like take it like one day at a time and actually give it a chance, probably.
Okay.
Because people change. Like, people don't stay players forever.
Sure.
Like, just 'cause,
I guess that was my mistake. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have used the word player, but what I was basically trying to get at is
Yeah.
a couple of you said, I would take issue with a guy caring about body count. But I just painted a scenario for you where a girl, she says, hey, I don't want to date a guy who he has a high body count. I shouldn't have used the player term though, because that kind of threw off my.
That's why I was.
I have
feel
an
like
answer.
That
I
threw
There's a
off.
difference between
Yeah, she understood.
promiscuity and manipulating someone to do what you want them to do.
I mean, my sense of player doesn't. Anyways, I should have used a more precise example.
okay.
But anyways, we'll move on. Go ahead,
I
Josh.
have a real life that situation you just said. So my friend, she's 18. She just went to college, and she still is and was a virgin. And that's just because she was an innocent girl. Like she was like a little baddie, but she was like innocent, right? And she actually wanted to lose her virginity before she left to my friend, and he's like a player. And she tried to like get with him, but like that didn't work out.
Why didn't it
Wait,
work?
what?
Well, like he couldn't get like
Hard?
yeah.
Wait. She was like, what? The hymen? Are we talking about the hymen? What?
What?
Yeah, like he was gonna take her virginity, but he couldn't get like hard.
Oh, he couldn't get
Yeah,
hard.
he couldn't get hard.
What?
Yeah, I know.
But why?
He just couldn't.
Because she was a virgin?
Yeah.
No, he knew she was a virgin. It was just he's.
Oh, so this is just a problem he has in
That's-
general.
it was his problem pretty much.
That's sad.
Rip.
Oh, you just
That's-
exposed him.
Can we get
Name drop.
Can we get some skulls in the chat, some RIPs in the chat for this guy who
He fumbled the baddie.
he
did fumble.
fumbled the virgin baddie. What?
Oh, and now she's in like college and like a bunch of like
And just running through
no,
dudes.
a bunch of pro athletes are like
Is
kinda
she?
like-
Wait, is she still a virgin?
yeah, she's still a virgin.
Does she live in Santa Barbara?
She did, but she goes to school somewhere.
So, hit me up. Okay.
Oh.
I want us to what?
She's coming back tonight. I'm gonna pick her up at 10 at the
Oh,
airport.
she's.
Oh,
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
We have to
Ooh.
end by
No,
10.
you're not.
Out.
Hook it up, Josh. Okay.
gotta-
She's just a
Wrap it
friend.
up
For me,
early.
she's just a friend. She's just a friend.
Yo, hook it up, Josh. Okay, so
I got you.
we're gonna watch a video because I want to wrap up on the double standards thing. Eric, if you can go ahead and pull up the Jeffries video, good sir. Oh, it's in the window. You're gonna go in the window. Nope. No. Window tab. It's already loaded. It's already loaded. What? Wait. What? No.
It's not loaded.
intermission.
That's a fucking 50 DKP minus! What the fuck was that shit?
I love you, Eric. Switch to window. Switch to window. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Close that out. Actually, you know what? You might have been right. That the infographic threw me off. So scroll down in the sources. Jeffries. It's right below the Tate one. All right. Go ahead and play it.
I've got a theory. Every single time a man sleeps with a lot of women, he's called a stud. But if a woman sleeps with a lot of men, she's called a slut. And people think this is unfair. Nah. It's completely fair. And I'll tell you why, right? Because it's fucking easy to be a slut. It's fucking hard to be a stud. To be a stud, you have to be witty, charming, well-dressed, have nice shoes and a fake job. To be a slut, you just have to be there. There are fat, ugly sluts out there. There are no fat, ugly studs. I have met slutty dwarfs. I've never met a stud dwarf. Maybe in their own realm, but none that have crossed over to our world.
Okay, so that was from Jim Jeffries. That's from one of his old stand-up specials from like 2009. That sort of addresses the double standard in terms of men being viewed as studs, women being viewed as sluts. Your take on it?
I mean, I get what he was saying, and just the whole situation of it being easier for girls to go out and fuck guys, and guys not having the same accuracy in that way, and it being harder for them to go fuck a bunch of girls.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, his explanation, and I don't know if we really got into this, but that's why the double standard is justified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your response to the video?
I still don't think that it's justified because there are a lot of other factors that go into it, but I do understand the point of view.
Actually, just on that topic, Eric, can you pull up another infographic? And it's in the infographic folder. It's called OKC MSG. All right. Let me know when you got it. And then, oh, you're going to put the, yeah, you got it. Can you control zoom in on that a little bit? A little less? There, perfect. So this is from OkCupid, which is a dating app. Number of messages received versus recipient's attractiveness. So what we have here, the light blue is male, the dark blue is female, and at the bottom there, least attractive to medium to most attractive. So this kind of goes back to it being harder for men. And the point you were making before, and the reason I brought this up, is because you were saying how, well, really good looking men will do really well, whereas like an average looking woman, she's going to struggle when it comes to getting laid, to getting sex.
Yeah.
But this is the comparison. So the most attractive man on this app is getting about the same messages as like an average-ish woman.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yeah. The point I was making before is
you can bring it back, Eric.
Is there are women that still fall under the standard of being a slut, even if they're not like the most attractive person, or they fall under the category of being less attractive than like the medium.
But then, so an average looking woman can still very easily get laid.
I feel like it's not so much the point of whether or not they can do it, but the like respect or the idea behind it. Because like an average woman that's sleeping with a lot of men, if she's not prettier to like those standards, she's just gonna be a slut, and it's not even in a good way, just a slut, you know. But whereas a man, like regardless of what he really looks like or his personality, all of that stuff, if he's getting a lot of women, he's still gonna get that respect.
Okay. Christina?
I'm not sure what I have to say about it, honestly.
Okay, we're gonna do some chats really quick. Tyler Durden is asking for a fit check on the ladies.
Ooh.
Fit check?
Sure. Like stand up?
Do we like stand up?
Yeah, stand
wow,
up.
that is so.
I like my fit. Just my
stand up.
No, but like I don't want to be the only one, you know.
What, stand up?
Yeah.
This is so wrong, by the way.
No, Eric, keep it.
hate
Keep it.
this.
Keep it. Keep it.
Don't zoom in on me.
Fit check.
Oh my gosh.
Fit check.
Fit check.
Hope you like it.
Just the satisfaction.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
No.
Okay.
That was entertaining.
That was Tyler Durden. I mean, okay.
Thanks,
We got some super chats here. I'm trying to see where we left off. Let's see. Wait, did we do this one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one. Who has it harder? Okay, well, just a reminder, guys, $10 and up. Yo, Mike Davis, thank you for the $10 soup chat. That conversation between Brian and Blonde sounds like something that will go down in a special needs facility. That's why you don't take advice from females. Just watch what they respond to.
Not sure what conversation.
I guess you and me would be on the short bus.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
we were-
if I need help, I will pleasurably take some. So thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Mike Davis, for the $10 soup chat. $5 soup chat. I don't know it. I can't remember how many prostitutes I paid. I don't. Oh, I think that's Josh. I think that's targeted to you. You don't remember?
Oh, he thinks I bought woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you,
Oh.
I have not bought a woman.
Do you have anything to say back to Mr. Mike Davis?
Yeah, no, I haven't bought any women.
Okay, Mike Davis. He says that he has not slept with prostitutes. Okay. Every day, Edgar, girls change before you end up 37 and single. Okay. Brian, Mike Davis, $5. Jesus. Brian being real careful with Eric. Chris gave him PTSD. Yeah, man. Trauma. I'm traumatized. That was intense. Adolf Meowler, Bootleg AOC, and Elijah were made for each other. Wait, who's Elijah?
Eliza.
Did they mean Eliza? Maybe.
Oh.
Eliza.
Who's
Oh, yeah.
like-
Yeah. Who?
So this is Bootleg AOC. over here.
Elijah,
What?
right?
Who's Elijah?
That's
I think they meant Eliza.
Elijah or Elijah?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, me too.
okay.
If it was,
thought it was
I think you're
previously on the
amazing.
show.
Yo, Stephen Krug with the $100 super chat. Hey, good to see you back, man. I did see that comment. I was pretty bummed out when you dipped, but hopefully you're back, man. It's all worked out. It is what it is. Anyways, okay. Been plagued by the short guy BS my whole life. Damn, it sucks and makes you realize how ape-like us humans are. I hope superior aliens are real. I'm 5'6", but also a multimillionaire at age 30. I'll put that 6'2" man to
That was
work
hilarious.
picking cucumbers out of my backyard.
It's funny.
It's valid.
All right, I think
Okay.
was that targeted at
Me,
AOC?
I said the 6'2" comment, and I don't feel bad about it because men are. I'm looking at the commentary. Oh, she's cute. The last batch was better. Nah. Like all this superficial shit. So if I want to say, hey, I like tall men, I'm allowed to.
Hey, it's your preference. That's fine. But hey, Stephen Krug, thank you for the big $100 super chat, man. You're a fucking legend, dude.
Yes,
And
Grandma.
yeah, unfortunately,
Grandma.
dude. By the way, Stephen, come be on the show, man. You're invited. But yeah, it's tough out there for shorter guys. But it sounds like you're making up for it in a lot of other ways. You play hockey, clearly. You're obviously a legend at hockey. You're a multimillionaire. You're probably set for life, right, Stephen? So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you're a catch. You do drink a bit too much beer, though, or is it whiskey when you're viewing the show? But, man, really appreciate you. Really appreciate the support, man. But yeah, it is an evolutionary thing, I think, for a lot of women to prefer men that are taller. So it's kind of tough. But ultimately, Stephen, the fact of the matter is your height has absolutely no bearing on who you are as a partner to a woman. So, I think there's certainly a superficial aspect to it, but, men, we certainly have our own superficialities. So, yeah. But yeah, dude, short men definitely.
Got the short end of the stick.
Damn.
Boom. Okay. There we go. We got $10 from German Inzunza. How's it going, everyone? Hey, man. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Much appreciated. All right, we got a couple super chats. Oh, wait. Already did that one. How is it going? We can answer this really quick. How's it going, everyone?
Amazing. So happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Wow, that was the least
It's so
enthusiastic
fun. It's so
fucking-
fun.
That sounded so
All right,
kidding.
Walker with the Walker Levin with the $9 9 British pounds. Sorry about the Queen, dude. Rip. Can we get some skulls and a RIP in the chat for the Queen? Rest in peace for the Queen, guys. Stay hydrated, folks. Heat wave be crazy. Hopefully Libby Schaff joins the Queen upstairs. Oh, Libby Schaff. Shout out Oakland. Bro, Walker, you got to explain this, dude. You're donating in British pounds, but you're shouting out Oakland. Like, is there an Oakland in UK? Okay. Davenport with the $9. Wait, is this Walker? Is this your sleeper account? Okay. Are beauty standards racist? Is that a question?
Good question.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that really quick. I'm trying to think how I would frame. I don't know if I really want to get too much into race. Yeah. I could ask this: who do you think is more willing to date outside of their race, men or women?
I don't know. I feel like there's not a definite answer on that for me personally. I don't know.
I feel like it's women.
Women are more willing to date outside their race. Is your boyfriend?
He's white.
White guy? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's women too.
Women are more willing to date outside the race. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with women.
Okay, Christina?
Mm-hmm.
Josh?
Are beauty standards racist?
No, so who's more willing to date outside of their race, men or women?
Oh, outside of their race?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe men? Women? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Own it, Josh. Say it with your chest.
Outside of their race. Okay. So.
Just say it. Men. I know you want to say it.
Just,
there you go.
Men.
Yeah, I would say men. No? Disagree?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously you guys already answered it, so of course you disagree. Well, the one thing I would point to is this, is that a lot of women won't date Asian and Indian men. Like you ask a lot of women and they'll say, I don't find Asian and Indian men attractive.
What's
and
your
I think a lot of,
with
for example, what's my experience?
Where do you get that from?
From Asian men. I have
okay.
multiple Asian male friends and some Indian male friends, and they've told me, yeah, like a lot of women, like white women, Asian women, don't want to date like an Indian man or an Asian guy.
I feel like maybe they're looking in the wrong places because I think that there are women out there who
would be
willing to
of
do
course.
that. So they just are maybe not passing by
I'm
the
not
right
the
ones.
standard. Is that what you're saying? Is like they're not the standard? Like women
I'm
don't
speaking
gravitate
generally.
toward them?
I'm speaking generally. This is what I've heard from my Asian friends. They're like, bro, I can't, like, they just don't go for me. Like white women, black women, Latino women.
I don't really
That's what
know.
they've reported to me. I mean,
yeah.
And there's definitely for sure, I'm speaking in generals. Of course, there's women that date Asian men.
Yeah.
There's white women that date Asian men, but I have heard that complaint from a lot of Asian men. So, okay, Mike Davis with $10 super chat. Brian, I took your side with that low T maniacal Chris dude, but you got to chill with that nervous energy at your producers. Eric, Eric? Did I what? Was I a little? Okay, Eric, he forgives me. Eric has thick skin. No, I don't think I was. Oh Jesus. Okay. I did drop the World of Warcraft minus 50 Dragon DKP points on Eric though. So, but honestly, that was my fuck up. I think, ish.
All right, that crosses the line.
Oh shit. Wait, what crosses the line? Did I fucked up?
World of Warcraft comment.
Oh, the World of Warcraft. Oh yes, Eric was thoroughly upset by the Anixia. Anyways, nobody knows what that is. Do you guys play World of Warcraft while we're at it?
No, sir.
Dude, I bet Cheyenne. Fuck, did I?
You said it right. Every time you say it right, you second guess yourself, and then
you don't know any other Cheyennes.
I get tongue tied. I stutter. Cheyenne. You played World of Warcraft, didn't you? I can tell.
That's a bold assumption.
You played a gnome mage, right? A female gnome mage, level 60.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nobody gets my
Do I look like someone that would
boomer gamer
play
references.
World of Warcraft?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to take it.
Okay.
You.
Davenport, what is Josh's birth gender? I mean, if you want to answer that, you can.
Oh my God.
It's male.
Okay. Mike Davis with the $10 super chat. Rookie fit check. Get their better side next time. I can already eyeball mixed girl got a dump truck.
Okay, Mike.
Which one's the mixed girl? What? AOC or Cheyenne?
Yeah, be specific. I'm gonna say
Which one?
something like
I
that.
don't think it was me.
Do you guys want to do another fit check? Because Mike
No,
Davis,
not even a little.
Mike Davis is complaining that it wasn't satisfactory.
Sorry, Mike.
He's disappointed.
I
in
think
the
Mike
fit
can go
check.
find a fit check on a different website.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot out there for you, Mike.
Uh-oh. He's going to roast you back. Okay.
Come at me.
Yo, Nemo with the $3 Canadian. Brian, what is your IQ? I think it's pretty high. I don't know. I've never taken a test. I think I'm okay. Honestly, like my problem is I honestly don't think I'm nearly as articulate or well-spoken or eloquent as I'd like to be. I stutter a bit. So I don't know. But anyways, thank you for the Canadian $3, man. So
It's the exchange rate is really bad right now.
let's see here. Okay. Do we have any other soup chats, Eric, or is that that's pretty much it? Oh, okay. Really quick. Big dick energy. Thoughts? What do you think of the term big dick energy?
Explain yourself.
Like the term?
The term.
Just in general?
Yeah. Like, do you use it? Have you used it?
I don't really use it, but I think it is something that guys can bring to the table, you know, because there's different ways guys can act and ways that they can be interpreted, and girls can feel that. And I feel like if you want to bring like your masculinity and you want to bring that to a feminine, then you could bring some big dick energy. You don't have to have a big dick, but you can have the energy of someone that is that confident and would exude that, like they can get shit done and they know their worth and they'll present that to you through their energy. So that's my thoughts on it.
Well said.
Thank you.
Really quick, your thoughts?
I think it's just another term to show that a man is like exuding confidence. I think that's pretty much
And so
it.
the inverse of big dick energy is small dick energy.
Yeah,
That's
somebody
usually-
that's like, what's that word? An incel. That's what that is. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brazil?
Yeah, I don't use like, you know, I'm from Brazil, so I don't use like these terms.
How do you translate it? How do you say big dick energy in Portuguese?
Pau grande.
Small dick energy?
Pau pequeno.
Okay, for our Portuguese listeners or Brazilian listeners.
Is there anyone there?
I don't know. Brazilian
Ooh.
flags in the chat,
I
guys.
saw some.
Okay, so thoughts on the term big dick energy, small dick energy?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you use it?
I have before, like ironically. Like,
Okay.
Oh, that's big dick energy. That just like I feel like that's just a way of saying like he's a cool guy. And
Have
then
you used small dick energy
Probably just
to describe what?
an asshole, a
Okay.
douchebag.
Christina?
No, I've actually never used that term. But if I were to use it, I would think of it more as like a megalomaniac thing. So I'd be like, oh, look at that, Mr. Big Dick. He thinks he got a big dick, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, thoughts?
Have I used it? I've never used it, but like
You've heard the term.
People say that about
Okay.
me sometimes.
So I'm going to go around the table. Who here is for body positivity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
For body
I hope
positivity?
you are.
Yes.
Christina?
Sorry, I was reading the comment.
Jesus.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's really hard for me not to.
Oh my God. Okay, so
It's like a
stop
community
reading.
thing.
Just stop reading the
Okay, I
chat.
will.
Stop
Okay.
reading the chat. You're
I will.
banned. You're banned from reading the chat. Okay, so how can you simultaneously say that you're for body positivity, but then also use these terms, which are deeply offensive to men?
Damn.
Deeply offensive.
Because it's not actually about their body. It's more of a descriptive word of who they are as a person.
Sure.
Wait,
okay.
you're offended by body positivity?
No.
No. I do think. So frankly, I don't care about the terms big dick energy or small dick energy. But what I would say the reverse, y'all would lose your shit if we were talking about loose pussy energy, cavernous vag energy, small tits energy, fat girl energy. Like, y'all would lose your minds if guys were using these terms the same way that women use big dick energy, small dick. Oh, he must have a small dick.
I mean, I feel like guys have their own terms that they use, and they just talk
do.
shit about girls without those words.
Whores, sluts, that type
If
of stuff.
a guy publicly calls a woman a slut or a whore, he's in major fucking trouble. There's going to be reprisal. There will be reprisal. If women just willy-nilly that you can throw around big dick, small dick energy, blah, 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 all this.
I disagree with that. That is so not the case. You
It
have
is
to be
100%
so
the case.
careful. So, well, what environment are you talking about?
What environment? Just broadly speaking in conversation.
But where? In the workplace or in public?
In the workplace. You know what? Big dick energy might actually fucking slide in the workplace.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't know.
Bro, I mean, it might
Maybe
slide.
in your line
on
of
where you
work.
work.
I mean, look at,
Well, I'm not in a corporate environment, but
That's what I'm saying. It will not, like, no.
yeah, well, sluts certainly wouldn't slide in the
Absolutely
workplace
not.
either.
No, they're very careful now. It's becoming much more careful. It's everything is sexual harassment.
The
now.
corporate environment, that's a totally different thing. But okay, what your thoughts on loose pussy energy?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, like, I could get, like, why guys would say it just because girls say this thing, but I still think that, like, it shouldn't be said.
It shouldn't be said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe neither of them should be said. I don't say them.
Yeah.
I don't
agree.
say any of that.
Cheyenne?
I didn't even realize like that those terms were wrong until you painted it that way. So like honestly, yeah, if somebody was throwing around loose pussy energy,
that would be a bit offensive, right?
But yeah, I wouldn't doubt that that's not been used before. Like guys probably do throw that around somewhere, and like maybe one day it'll become more common. But like you're right, like thinking about it, I had never even realized like that is a body positivity type relation there, and us women have been throwing it out. I will admit my wrong there.
So me personally, like, I don't care about the term so much, but I would want there to be a consistency across the board, because there's like this very politically correct culture out there. If you say anything offensive, they're going to cancel you. So either all of it is cool or none of it is cool. It can't be. So I don't get, like, there's a lot of this talk about body positivity and, oh, it's wrong to body shame. And in the same breath, they'll talk about big dick energy, small dick energy. So, but when it comes to big dick energy, like often so it's often used like when complimenting good, strong men or men you agree with, they'll get big dick energy. Whereas like if you're insulting weak men or someone you disagree with, or like you heard this all the time with probably the #1 recipient of small dick energy, Mr. Donald Trump. Actually, probably the #1 recipient of both big dick energy and small dick energy, depending on which side you're on. But to me, it's like, it's kind of toxic. And like, what about guys who are average in the bulge or have small peens? They're going to say, oh, I'm not adequate because I'm not packing. And someone's penis size has no bearing on his quality or character as a man or who he is.
Or his ability to fuck.
Word? What word? I mean, so the thing is that penis size is randomly distributed. So some excellent men, fantastic, great men, have small penises, and some abhorrent men have large penises. So man's quality is not correlated to his genitalia. Okay. Good talk.
Good talk.
I want to go over this. So, what's your type?
I honestly don't have one. I've been all over the board, throwing darts, random places. No straight point. I like people for who they are, and I don't have really a certain type. I've had my share with different people.
Okay.
I don't specifically have a type, but I do have certain things that attract me to somebody. One main thing is like someone that not everybody knows everything about them. They're not very like public. They're somewhat secretive, because I like knowing that I get to like unfold all their layers basically. And also someone, I was talking to Cheyenne about this, that's like a little in touch with their femininity and that isn't afraid to do feminine things.
Is your current quasi semi sort of boyfriend, is he in touch with his femininity?
Yeah, that's what attracts me the most about him, is that he's not afraid of like doing things or saying things that people might think like take as like feminine in any way.
Can you
Like
give
he's
us some
not
examples?
afraid of it. You might have to come back to me. I'll think of some, but yeah.
I mean, guys painting their nails.
Yeah, like he wouldn't be afraid to do that, or like wear certain things, like wear certain clothes that like might be considered more feminine. Like he's very into fashion, and
so he wears dresses, like
no,
hairstyles?
He doesn't wear dresses.
Would it be a turn off if a guy wore a dress?
No, if it looked good.
It wouldn't be a problem if your boyfriend wore a dress.
No, not if it looked good on him.
Out in public.
No, I wouldn't care. I'm 100% so serious. If it looked good and he like put together an outfit and there was an artistic
pink dress.
If there was an artistic meaning behind it and it like it was pulled together in some way, it might attract me.
Would you be unattracted to a girl if she just put on like a suit?
No.
I think that's kind of the same thing.
I like to dress super feminine or super masculine, and I like how
You
like
dress
the guy that I'm
super masculine.
I do sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I like wear like baggy pants and like graphic t-shirts or like things. I wear his clothes. Like I literally go and grab his clothes that people see as like masculine, and I'll wear them, and it's all about the person that's wearing them. It attracts me. I don't know.
I just want to go around really quick. So, would you date a guy with a dress who wore a dress?
Yeah.
Come on, Brazil. Come
no.
on.
Okay, like
Brazil, please.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Be the voice of reason.
Let me tell you. You know what I'm thinking about right now? Harry Styles. Like he's so hot and he wears a dress. Like
he has such immense status though.
That's why he's such a heartthrob. It's because he's feminine.
And I still think it's kind of
that's why people love him. That's what it is.
Okay,
there's probably a lot of girls. You probably have the wrong group of girls sitting at this table right now to be telling you like the answer that you want to hear, but like I don't think that I would care, because Harry Styles is like my idol, and I think that like guys are way I know we should not be using Harry Styles because he's honestly not human. He's not. We
I'm
can't
not
even
a huge
compare level than human being.
If I saw a normal guy in IV wearing a dress that I didn't know, I probably wouldn't look at him and be like, he's hot, I want him. Yeah.
Well, okay,
I will say
but if you're using the Harry Styles thing,
but if he
has so much social status.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like if I were already like with a guy and he decided to wear a dress and like I knew him, I probably would be like, okay.
That's more.
Like I'm in a relationship
like this.
Yeah, that's more along the lines of what I'm trying to get at.
So like
a
realistically,
normal dude,
though, if I saw a normal dude in a dress, I wouldn't be like, that's fruity, that's
you'd be
wrong.
Turned on.
Maybe depends on him. Like
depends on the energy.
Christina, dress man. Would you date a dress man?
Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't bother me. I mean, not if he was like, because I like really masculine men. I don't like high maintenance. I'm not too into the metrosexual. Just like clean, and I think it's sexy if they feel comfortable with their sexuality, regardless of what they're wearing. That's what's sexy. So it's not that I would go for someone because he's in a dress. It's just the way that he carries himself, period. No matter what he's wearing. I really don't give a shit what he's wearing, honestly.
Wait, so Brazil, coming back to you.
Yeah. What? About the dress?
You would date
a
guy with a dress.
Okay, if I see like a guy wearing a dress, I wouldn't be like, whoa, he caught my attention. No, I would just like live my life. But if like I knew the person and like we're close, or like I don't know, he wants to like try a dress, I just feel like it's hard to find someone like that. But if he wants to go around using a dress, yeah. But like if the first impression, like I don't know, I don't think I would be like attracted to that, you know. But if I know the person.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with the dress? What's wrong with the dress?
He's hypnotizing you.
Where'd you get this music from?
Okay.
But can I just say
go
this? The guy that's wearing the dress is gonna get a lot more women than the guy that's criticizing the guy wearing the dress.
Yes.
That's all. That's all.
Yes.
Like, we don't care
great
about the
point.
dress. We just care about the fact that he can express it like that.
He's confident in
It's
his
so
dress.
attractive.
That's
It's
all that
so
matters.
attractive. That's what I love about. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the fact that he's not thinking, oh my
Let's
God,
forget the
people are
dress
going to
shit. Let's forget the dress shit. I've derailed the conversation.
Maybe
with
you
this.
should try it
What's
one
your
day.
type?
Yeah.
What's your type?
My type. Okay. So, like, when people ask me that, like, I would say something, but I would be, like, attracted to something different. But, like, I don't think I actually have a type, to be honest. Like, there's some people that are like, well, he's pretty. Like, oh, okay. But, like, probably, like, tall. That's, like, a good thing. Tall. I like eyes and smile. That's all that matters for me. Eyes and smile. If you have pretty smile, like, cool eyes, yeah, that's awesome. That's my type.
I would say definitely funny. And then aside from that, I tend to go for like tall guys as well.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
So what's bare minimum height for a guy?
Probably, I mean, my last boyfriend was 5'9", but I think if I'm like searching, if I'm putting my type on paper, I would like them to be taller, like 6 foot up, you know?
Okay.
That's not a breaking point for me. It's
And
just a preference.
For you, how tall are you?
I'm not sure if I'm 5'8" or 5'9".
And how tall? Bare minimum for a
Like-
guy. Bare minimum height.
Okay. I don't use feet, so
Centimeters. Well, we have very smart people in the chat that will convert for us.
okay. I would just say
Centimeters.
feet is fine. Like 6'1".
Okay.
I think it's fine. Like
Sure.
starting there is good.
Sorry,
Really
Stephen
good.
Krug. Okay. Christina.
I
What's your
think
type?
the eyes thing is really important. The whole windows to your soul. So yeah, that's important. The voice is really important to me.
Voice important.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And we already spoke about the height thing.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just the way that they are, I really love calmness. I need that in my life. So yeah. Someone
Josh,
that's super chill.
your type?
Just pretty.
That's it?
Pretty.
Yeah,
Tank?
but what's pretty for
Okay.
you?
Like physically.
Like stacked? Do you want a girl who's stacked?
Stacked?
What's that
Stacked?
Like has big boobs.
I probably, yeah. Like,
Petite women? Tall women?
just, you know what?
He likes hot chicks.
Yeah, just that's pretty much.
Okay. Nice. All right, I'll tell you guys my type. I have a list here
Oh.
because I want to hit every single point. I want to be very thorough in case she's watching. So I mean, I like and have dated women of all races, but it happens to be the case. Most of the women I date are Asian or white. Happens to be the case. Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Thai, Filipino, Vietnamese. On the topic of Vietnamese women, they're fucking hot. Okay. I definitely would say I prefer like petite, short women. If her height doesn't start with 4, she ain't the one.
Whoa.
That's kind of a joke.
Oh.
But actually, I'll date women up to like 5'2". Just kidding. I'll date
Okay.
I'll date a tall woman. She can be 6'5". I don't care.
Dang.
I mean, women aren't shy about their height preferences, so I have a height preference, but it's not like I'll
What
date
is
I'll
it?
date a tall woman.
Heck
What's that?
yeah.
What's your height preference?
The shorter the better. So like technically a midget. If she's a midget, that's cool.
Oh my god.
If she's a dwarf, no, but like 4'11", 4'10", I fuck with it. Don't really care about boobs. Smaller hot, bigger hot. I could care less. Very low on the totem pole. Nice ass is good, I guess. Let's see. Large labia. That's very important.
I was not
What?
expecting that.
Whoa.
A woman with a large labia. Hold on, I got something for this. All labia matter. Outies. That's my nonprofit organization, the American Network Against Labiaplasty, or anal for short.
This is for real?
What?
Do you have
Yeah.
a lot of members?
Right now it's just me and Eric.
Okay.
But
Are you joking? He's
we're
probably
working
just
on
you and
it.
Eric.
No, I genuinely, I know I'm like we're having fun, we're joking around a bit, but I do actually like women with large labia.
That is funny. I mean, it's just most of us have never heard a man state that.
I like women with outies. I like women with women have penis preferences. I've got a labia preference.
But why? Tell us why.
Insane.
And by the way, I do want to say, like, I know we're having fun. It is unfortunate. Josh, take this. This is very serious, Josh. Josh, take this seriously. Women get shamed for their labia. Like, if a woman has a large labia, they get shamed. Wizard sleeve, beef curtains, Arby's.
Arby's. I was gonna say Arby's.
What are Arby's?
It bothers me. And that's why I started my nonprofit organization. Because some women are so shamed for it. I'm a true feminist, as you guys can tell. I'm a feminist, you know. Women get so badly shamed if they have a large labia that they elect to have a surgery to, it's called a labiaplasty. There's 10,000 of them a year in the United States. And I'm fighting back against the misogynist, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so.
That's a good
You're a
movement.
hero.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you.
No, but yeah, so I'm a champion of women, if you guys can't tell.
I'm aware now.
It's unfortunate
Crazy.
that women are shamed for it, seriously. And men shouldn't be shamed for their penis too, right? But okay, so large labia, outies, the bigger the better. It's not a deal breaker, like if she doesn't. But if she does, what's up? Hit me up.
Is that like some sort of fetish?
Is it a fetish?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I mean, I suppose it is. I mean, as far as the technical term of what a fetish is.
I don't know. It just sounds like you're really passionate about it and like you really care for those women.
I do have a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
Where can we find that information?
We're working on the website.
Okay.
I'm trying to get anal.org.
Nice.
The American Network Against Labiaplasty. Okay. Yeah. So, guys, how dare you in the chat use these terms? Okay, so minimal or no makeup, no plastic surgery. Like, not a fan of plastic surgery. Personality-wise, by the way, I want you guys to come in if you object to any of these.
How can we object to your type?
I mean, you might be like, Brian, that's kind of weird, like with the large labia thing. Like,
I mean, that was a little weird, but we're gonna let it fly.
yeah.
You like what you like.
Yeah. You have your
I mean,
taste.
women have it. Did we go big penis? Did you all talk about?
Big dick energy.
Well, no, but do you
Oh.
guys have a preference for? Like, obviously, size matters to some degree.
We haven't talked about that, but you can finish
Okay,
up
whatever.
first.
It doesn't matter. Let's see. I like women who have a calming presence, so mellow, speak softly. I think I'm fairly soft-spoken, so I want a bit of reciprocity there. I want someone who brings me peace, isn't going to nag, quarrel, or otherwise bring me a headache. Demure. That's a good word, demure. And, okay. Yeah, like typically I prefer more introverted women, like nerdy chicks are cool. They study STEM, that's cool. Shy is good. Oh, women, this is a big one. Women who don't party and don't go to bars, clubs. I won't commit to a woman that's partying or going to bars and clubs. I want you guys to come in on that one, though. What do you think about? If a guy had a preference, he's like, hey, I don't want a girl who goes to bars and clubs. What do you think about that?
Are we going around the circle? Or are we just...
Yeah, we'll go. You know what? Why don't we start with Christina?
Well, I just think that it depends on, again, like what your line of work is, right? Like if you're going to be dating someone that's a bartender, they're going to be in nightclubs all the time. So you wouldn't date like people who work in the industry then because they have to go for their job. So the thing is there's either the trust or there's not in that respect. I would date people that are, because my line, what I want to do, it's like, of course everybody's out. That's how you network, you know? Me as a personal preference, I don't really care, just as long as they're loyal.
I think that's like such a personal preference type thing, because like Actually, I don't know. I feel like a majority of guys would want a girl that's not out at the bars and clubs and stuff, but a lot of girls want to be out at the bars and clubs, and I don't think that it should be a bad thing if a girl does want to go out and have that kind of fun, because I did like see how you guys talked about that a little bit on your last episode, and how it's like got such a bad idea behind it, and that whole like scenario that you painted out, it kind of did like put things in perspective, like how threatening that is for men to know that their like pretty girlfriend is out and getting all of these invitations, and like way more than the normal guy would. That's intimidating for sure, but I would still want to know that my partner trusts me and knows that I'm not going to be doing that behind their back if we are together. So like, or I would want him there with me. Like, why aren't you there with me? Why are you staying at home and being boring? Come on, we can dance together, you know?
Yeah, I feel like I don't care. Like, I don't care, like, at all. Like, it's your type. Like, it's their type. I don't care. I'm just, like, I feel like if you're with me and you like me, you just need to, like, agree with, like, who I am. And if I like to go party, then... And if you don't like that, well, like, there's nothing I can do. It's not going to work.
Let me reframe the question. So let's say you're dating a guy, you're really interested in him, and you're like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. And he says... we can be monogamous, but if we're going to be in a relationship, I don't want you to go to bars and clubs anymore. Would you say yes, or sorry, I'm going to do my own thing?
I would talk. I would be like, why? What's wrong with that, you know? And I'll be like, why you don't want me to go there? There must be a reason.
Sure.
And like, we can just talk, and like, if you don't trust me, like, why are we dating? We want to start dating if you don't even trust me right now, you know? But I'll probably be like I want to go have fun with my friends. Like, why not? You're not gonna stop me, you know? If you get to love me for who I am. I don't know. If I like to go out, then you should come with me. That's what I'm saying.
I totally agree with that. I personally have never been a party person. And in my last relationship, like before my current one, the boyfriend that I had was like a partier, and it caused a lot of problems, not because I didn't trust him, but because he made me lose trust in him. So I trusted him until I couldn't. And so in my next relationship, it was very important to me that I was with somebody who shared the same ideals as me, and that partying wasn't important to them. So that was just a standard I set for myself, I guess. But I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone, trust them until you're given a reason not to, and then cut it off, or communicate how you feel. And if they don't want to, if they don't want to like respect that, then they're not the person for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I don't party or anything.
Kind of going off what she said, I feel like to be in a relationship, you have to have similar ideals and morals. And if you don't align on that same page, and you don't want to compromise for each other in some way, and understand each other and respect each other in some way, then you just shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
Okay. And you brought up my dream world hypothetical scenario. I could pose that to the rest of the panel here, if you guys are interested in sort of getting a sense of why me personally I would have an issue with it, and why I think a lot of men would or should have an issue with it. If you're interested in hearing that out. But just before I do that, I just want to wrap up kind of my thing. Obviously, just for what I'm looking for, my type, women who value family. That's super important to me. I'm super close with my parents. My parents are still together. So just my parents are pretty much the most important thing to me. So just women who value family, women who value men. There's a lot of man haters out there. Low body count is good. And doesn't believe in astrology.
Whoa. Why?
Well, let's go around the table really quick. Who here believes in astrology?
I mean, to a certain degree, because like I believe that everyone has certain aspects about themselves that they could categorize themselves as, but I do believe that there is some truth in the stars in the universe.
What? Wait. Okay, go ahead.
That. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Same answer.
So you believe in astrology,
Yeah.
I don't know if like believe is the right word, But I feel like it's cool, like, learn about it, but I don't know if I actually, like, believe. But I think there's a lot of, like, things in common. Like, I don't know.
Yes, I do believe in astrology.
Rip. Our chances. Just kidding.
But I don't know, like, the fact that we have to admit our beliefs about astrology on this podcast right now is not fair, because so many guys just think it's bullshit, and it's like us girls just want to judge guys based off of that. Just let us have that little bit of fun.
Let us have it.
Christina?
Open-minded.
Honestly, I don't know enough about it to believe in it, but I do enjoy it. You know, like I find it fun. Yeah.
Okay. Kiki, Kiki, your thoughts? Astrology. Okay. All right.
She's a believer.
Very insightful there, Kiki. Okay, so I don't know if I want to go into the bar club thing. Nah, let's not. We're going to wrap up here pretty soon, guys, by the way. I guess... Oh, last thing, or maybe second to last thing here. Okay, so has a guy with a blue check mark ever slid into your DMs?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but I deleted it.
Because you're in a relationship, sure.
Yeah. Never changed it.
Yeah, but, like, most of them are just, like, fake. Like, they're just, like, how to say it? Like, I know there's, like...
Superficial?
Not serious.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know the right word, but...
How about this? Answer it in Portuguese.
Tá, então, teve sim alguns, mas muitos deles eu acho que eles só são comprados, tipo, eles literalmente compram seguidores, mas... Enfim, teve alguns sim. Essa é a minha resposta. Eu espero que alguém esteja entendendo o que eu tô falando agora. Por favor, se você está entendendo, fala sim no chat.
Good answer.
Of course, yeah, totally, yeah, totally agree.
No, yeah. Going off of what she just said, I agree with that.
Yeah, that was funny, not gonna lie. That was good.
What was the question?
Has a guy with a blue check mark ever slid into your DMs?
Yes.
More than once? Has there been multiple blue check marks in the DMs?
I would say at least 2 that I can think of.
Did you
maybe more?
Hook up? Did you meet up with them?
One of them, yes.
Did you guys date?
No.
Okay. Was he a athlete, musician?
Athlete.
NFL?
No.
NBA?
No, not big.
Lacrosse?
Yet. D1.
Lacrosse?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball. Okay. Christina, any blue check marks in the DMs?
Yeah, but no one I was interested in, I guess.
Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Have you ever been flown out by a guy or offered to be flown out by a guy?
No,
Eliza?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, remember, but I don't.
You were on Seeking Arrangements.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, then yeah, if that counts, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, my relationship, because yeah.
Okay. I meant more so like a guy that there was no real prior.
Mm-mm.
My Portuguese barrier is not helping me right now. What is that?
Has a guy ever offered to fly you? Maybe you match, he's in LA, maybe he's in Miami.
Oh, fly me.
He offered to fly you. Yes.
Oh, no.
I guess train. You
No.
could do.
But if you want to, like, I accept it. Like, please. Not
Okay.
please, but
She wants to go to
maybe-
Miami, guys. If there's any of you guys in Miami,
Yeah,
she will
sure.
fly.
So we can go
Yeah,
together.
can we? Like, can I buy for you? Buy for me? So
Yeah.
Fly each other out.
Cheyenne?
I've gotten offers, but way too scared to go to another state. I've never been on a plane, actually.
Really?
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
live in
hot. Not
California,
gonna
I
lie.
get it.
I hate planes.
So maybe one day.
Okay, Christina.
So the question is if I've been asked to what? Sorry.
To be flown out.
Yeah, I have plenty of times. I just never did it because there's always expectations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Sorry, I forgot for a second. Yo, I've been working since 5 a.m. Give me a break, all right?
shit.
Yeah. Grandma's tie red.
So, I wanna leave it up to the chat here. What we're gonna do for our final thing, chat. We can either react to an Andrew Tate video.
Oh.
Because I'm sure they'd love
Don't do that.
to watch that. Or I can give them the
I'm
dream
not
world.
going away yet.
The dream world scenario as to why men don't like women don't like their girlfriend,
It is
significant
too
other
work.
going to bars and clubs. Tate. Okay, it's looking like a lot of Tate.
Yikes.
Tate is more interesting.
They did hear it the last episode. Your
Yeah.
Dream World scenario.
Okay, Eric, we're gonna pull up a little Tate clip to. Yeah, you can hide that, and then why don't we do too submissive?
So you stay watching his videos, huh?
And also, too, I worry if I'm too submissive, will he not respect me?
Nah,
Do you
no,
lose
no, no, no,
respect?
no. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that stupid
That
shit.
won't respect
Oh,
me
wow.
crap. That's not real.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, "You're so Andrew. You know what? You're so rich, but you're smart, and you're actually very intelligent. And I know you'd get really bored of a robot." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Bitch, I wish to God you were a robot." You better shut the fuck up. We talk about star signs? Oh yeah, I'm so glad. Tell me more about by Sagittarius rising, you idiot. I don't give a fuck. Give me a robot. All men want robots. That's all we want. 4 wives, robots, inshallah. Put the burqa on.
Yep.
What are you talking about? We don't care. 2 coffees. That's it. It's nice and easy. There's no such thing as too submissive. There's no such thing. I'm never going to look at a beautiful woman who does everything I say and go, you know what? You do too much of what I say. I want to go get some disagreeable bitch. Yes. That's awesome.
Okay, your reaction to that video, Eliza.
That video, I mean, that video in specific, like I don't really have that much of a reaction. He said what he said. He feels what he says. And I agree with him in the sense that, of course, why would I not want something more of what I want? If I want, let's say I'm him, I want a girl to be super submissive, why would I, like that's what you're looking for. That's what he's looking for. That's what he can go for. I go for what I want for, you know? Oh yeah, and the stars are true.
That was a pretty based answer, though. You're a legend. Okay, go ahead.
I really don't like that he pushes his ideals as their facts and like he insults people in the process. I can't respect anything that comes out of his mouth because he does that. And also, what accent does he have? I heard like so many random like accents in there. Is he British?
He was born in the U.S. and then he moved to the U.K. So it's his accent has been colored by his many travels, I guess you could say.
That happens to me too because of that. It's a thing. You start to like mimic other people's accents. You don't even have an accent anymore. But then like if you hang out with a certain amount of people that with the same accent, then you catch it.
That's
it's weird.
Interesting. Yeah. Weird.
Your reaction to the video?
I mean, he can say whatever he wants. Like he thinks whatever he thinks. There's nothing like we can do. But I wouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't like what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just if I need to say something, I would do in the like better way because I thought it was really how to say it
to the point.
Yeah, kind of aggressive. Yeah,
yes.
like calm down.
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
I can't with him. Like, it just is so stupid to me that he can talk about women so objectifyingly and like I don't know. It just makes me feel like, wow, I really have no hope because there's so many people that follow him too and think like, yeah, this guy's onto something, and so it's a little depressing. But I don't know. Just let us have astrology, please. You guys have cars and shoes and like everything else. Can we please just have astrology?
Just give them astrology, guys. Come on.
Please.
Let them have astrology. Christina, your reaction to the video.
I just thought it was funny that he said he just wants a robot. It's just such a classic dude thing to say. He's funny though. Whatever. It's probably for the shock value. You know?
That's a fairly good assessment of the situation. Josh, your reaction to the video.
So what was the thing about the robot? He was
like, I think something in the video they were saying, well, Tate, you know, Andrew, you're such an interesting guy. Don't you want, you know, a woman that will challenge you? And he was like, fuck no. Give me a robot. Or no, she was asking, can women be too submissive? Because she was saying, I worry that if I'm too submissive, then my partner will either take advantage of me or won't take me serious. And he was like, no, get rid of that. The more submissive, the better, is what he's saying.
I don't think like the submissive part matters, right? Like that means like she's like kind of innocent, right?
She does what you say.
What you would like her to
She lets you lead.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I guess some of that's fine, but I mean that's not something really I think about. But the thing I did want to get to was the astrology thing. So I think it's cap because like I see like the same shit on every like.
I get that because it's like a Taurus, you're like whatever, blah blah. I don't know like all the things about it, like I'm at all. But it's like you're this and this and this. But then like maybe this other sign is also this and this and this. And so I think there's a lot of like gray area. But I think that in the past, like before science was a thing, that's what people used to like describe the world.
Okay, yeah, because nowadays when I see it, it's like a Taurus likes black and the Capricorn likes black.
Yeah.
And Aquarius likes black. Like it's not. It just sounds like the same.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlapping.
This is my take on astrology.
You see how far the termites have spread and how long and well they've dined.
Christopher Hitchens?
What?
Okay. Related to the Tate video. Actually, Eric, can you just hide that really quick, the super chat? We'll get to the super chats here really soon. We're going to wrap up very soon. We're going to do final thoughts. We're going to do super chats, and then we'll wrap up. Get your last super chats in really quick if you want to. Going back to Tate, would you date Andrew Tate?
Sorry.
Christina, you start.
Who is Andrew Tate? I'm bad with names. Show me.
He was the one just in the video.
The guy in the video.
Oh, okay.
Would you date him?
I don't know. I'd have to get to know him. Your public face is way different than your private face, dude. Like,
Cheyenne.
come on.
Respectfully, no.
You're not feeling the Tate train?
Not my type.
The top G?
Not for me.
He's rich. He's tall.
Don't care.
Okay. Would you date Andrew Tate?
Let me think. No.
Okay. Did not take much thought on that one.
Yeah.
Disrespectfully, no.
Disrespectfully, no.
He should get a dog and a maid.
Yeah.
And he'll be happy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have better options out there, so I'm going to go with no.
Okay.
Even though, you know, he's got a lot going for him, I can go in a different direction, yeah.
What's the woman version of Andrew Tate? Do we know?
I don't think there is one.
Like
the woman version would be like Lena Dunham, maybe.
What about Amy Schumer? Is that her name?
Amy Schumer. What? Is the female version
like
of Andrew Tate.
Tate is on Tate is on another level.
Yeah, Tate's taking over the world.
He's on another level. Like, anyways,
Scary,
you know what? Because we talked a bit about body count, and I feel like, you know what? I did not adequately articulate why men care about body count. Why don't we do this? We'll just have to watch one more Andrew Tate video because he explains it much better than me. We'll do an Andrew Tate video. We'll open up to you guys for the final thought or question. Eric, can you go ahead and pull up the body count video by Mr. Andrew Tate?
You know what's so attractive about younger women? Because a lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world, in the days of old, right, you'd meet a woman, you get married, you'd be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of dick that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fun? If I got a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm going to be dude number fucking 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're going to try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept They've been on the carousel longer. They've had more fucking rides, more spins.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit. When I see a beautiful young woman, I know that she has a very low body count. And also, but the truth is this, women's mentality is absolutely connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you.
It is unattractive too.
And it's unattractive. It is. But if she's had 30 dudes inside of her, she really gonna think, you know what, this guy's so special, or she's gonna think, you know what, he talked to me rude, I'll just go get a new guy. Whereas if a woman's only been with a few guys, she's much more likely to fall in love with you, be a better partner. So the likelihood of her falling completely in love with you and staying loyal to you and really believing you're the only man for her after being through so much trauma and so many men and sleeping with so many dudes and having her heart broken and having those memories of her ex and all that crap she's been through is far less likely than meeting a nice, young, beautiful girl who hasn't been with many men and she goes, you know what, this is the guy, I like him. Every woman who knows this and every man who watches this can be honest. Women fall in love with the person they lose their virginity to or their second or third guy. They really remember them. They really love them. Any woman who slept with 50 dudes, she doesn't even remember who most of them are. She doesn't care. If a woman slept with a bunch of men before you, she's less likely to stick it out through a difficult period in a relationship. She's more likely to just say, you know what, new answers, new dick.
That's a pretty good answer.
And that's the truth. Let me make something clear. If I meet a beautiful 30-year-old woman, I'm not saying I won't sleep with her.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, 30.
I know.
What are you, crazy?
There's been times I was drunk.
I gotta say the first thing, because this is so ageist, and because I'm not that age, I have to say something. I think it's ridiculous. Sorry, just real quick. That he is saying that because someone's younger, that means their body count is lower. Not the case at all. Absolutely not the case. No. Not even like close. Because I've known young chicks that fuck like bunny rabbits. And I'm extremely conservative and have not fucked not
you're
nearly.
Conservative?
Yes, I actually am. I'm very much not, but I'm very conservative as well.
Do you mean politically or what?
Like, not politically, just like in terms of like, I'm a fucking prude. Absolutely. So, and I've talked to so many women that are much younger than me that give me all their stories. And I'm just like, holy shit, dude, good for you. But like,
well, the exception doesn't make the rule.
But that's, dude, like most, whatever. It's all good.
Well,
I just needed to say that because the reason why I came on this show was because of the ageist bullshit. You know, and it's like age is just a fucking number. It's how you experience life. You can be really healthy at age 37 and be healthier than someone that's 20, vice versa. Like, it doesn't matter. The same with like your sexual drive, the same with everything else in your life. That's why I can't stand when people are also like, oh, you're dumb because you're younger. I listen to people that are younger than me and older than me. So I just had to say that because people are so narrow-minded when it comes to age, and we all oxidate. We are all dying every day.
Sure. Well, so I'll just respond to that. So, I mean, you are right in that there are some 19-year-old women that are going to have a higher body count than a woman who's in her 30s or mid-30s. But that 19-year-old woman, when she's 30 or 35 or 40, is going to have a higher body count then, obviously, than when she's at 19.
If they had the same exact life experience, like,
well, no, I'm talking about the same woman.
Like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So the same woman at 19, if she has 20 bodies, maybe by the time she's 30, she has 40 bodies.
Yeah, but maybe she just has really long-term relationships after that. You can't judge people based on their age, dude.
Well,
when
I mean,
it comes to body count.
can make some assumptions, though. I mean, you can assume, like, okay, what's the average age that people lose their virginity? Let's say it's 18 or 19. And honestly, it's probably getting lower at this point. But let's say the average age someone loses their virginity is 18. So, sure, within a year, by the time they're 19, maybe they've racked up 20, 30 bodies. But if you look at them at 30, they have an additional 12 years of being sexually active. So it could be the case that she's only slept with a few guys, but if you've been sexually active for that long, the likelihood, I don't think he's arguing that there's no women who are in their 30s that have a low body count, and he probably would agree with you that there's a bunch of young women that have slept with a bunch of people. I know a girl who's 19 who slept with 100 guys.
There you go.
So I mean,
certainly haven't. So
I
what
would.
does that say?
I guess the one point I would say though is that I think with the younger generations, they're actually, ever since kind of the advent of social media and like, I mean, people have been hooking up for a long time, but I would say starting around like I think people are really deprioritizing long-term relationships, and hookup culture is much more prevalent than it used to be. It was still a thing, but with dating apps, I think that's really expedited the hookups and casual sex. So, but yeah. But I mean, as far as the old thing, like, I don't know if we want to talk about age too much, but
No, go ahead. I'm not. I just get passionate when I speak. I don't care.
well, I mean, I would say that there's also there's a few reasons why men prefer younger women, aside from just body count. I mean, it's evolutionary, biological.
Absolutely, baby making. Sure,
That's
I
what I
don't
was
want to
gonna
be a
say.
baby maker. Never did, so I don't have that anxiety.
I'm with
and
you.
I
don't
feel
want.
bad.
I don't think I want kids either. But
You know.
For a lot of men, if they do want to have family, if they do want to have kids, they absolutely have to take into consideration a woman's age. If she's 35 or 40, the likelihood, I think we already talked about this, but I mean the likelihood of her being able to get pregnant, the likelihood that she is going to have a miscarriage, birth defects, etc., increases over age, and that by the time most women are 45, they just cannot have children. So, or it's very rare. I mean, getting to 45, it's so rare. So, but I do want to open it up. Your reaction to the video we just watched on body count by Mr. Tate.
I mean, like, I do get the point being made. I get it. But, like, do you guys not think that those thoughts pass through our heads as well? Like, we let it slide way more often because, like I said earlier, I feel like women have been conditioned to believe that's okay for men to do, but it's not okay for women to do. Like, that's what we're taught from a very young age is, like, if you are sleeping around, you're a slut. But if, for say, my brother was sleeping around, he's praised for it, you know? And so I think because we've been like kind of conditioned to let that sort of thing go when we're looking for partners, but men haven't, you guys get to hold us to the standard of you need to be pure, you can't be sleeping around with other men. But it's like we don't want a man that's been around either. No. We don't want a man that's been with every girl. We just settle for that because it's been like taught that that's normal in society.
Wait, but I thought a little bit earlier on in the conversation you said that body count shouldn't matter.
No, yeah, I did say that.
But just now you just said that you don't want that either in a guy.
I was saying hypothetically more so because me personally, I really don't care. But like if I'm speaking as generally for women, women should be allowed to care about that sort of thing too. So it's like, I mean, I don't think that anyone should care that much really at the end of the day. But for Andrew Tate to go on here and say something like that, like my counter to it, I guess, is like, why can't women feel that same way? Or like we can, but why don't we feel that same way, I should say.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. Like, I agree with her. Like, I feel like women and men sometimes, a lot of times, like, they are treated differently about like everything almost. But yeah, I just agree with everything.
Yeah, the conversation in general, I totally agree with Cheyenne on that. Another thing that I've seen some of the stuff Andrew Tate says, and he talks about how like it's okay for men to cheat, it's okay for him to sleep with as many girls as he wants to sleep with, like it doesn't matter for men. So that's where the double standard comes in, and that's why I can't respect anything that he says.
I'm gonna just go with fuck who you want and be happy at the end of the day. That's my answer.
Yes. I think that's the best answer.
Okay. Josh, did you want to give a take on it or?
On the whole body count thing again?
Yeah, just the Tate video.
You know what? The way he's a little like forward, but like I feel like for every guy, just about every guy, I feel like they think that Andrew Tate is speaking facts on just, but he just says it like super like aggressive, like it's almost like the hard truth, like a super hard truth.
Okay, so final thoughts or question for the panel. Want to open it up to you guys. If you guys have a question for someone else on the panel, have a question for me, or just a final thought.
I don't think I have any questions. I think it's a pretty close case for me.
Okay, cool.
What do you think about Andrew Tate in general? Like, what are your opinions outside of being the host of this and creating conversation? What do you think?
So, it's a good question. First off, I don't agree with everything that Andrew Tate says. There are definitely some things I do agree with him on. First, I think he is sort of intentionally being controversial because that got him attention. Unfortunately, well, it got him too much attention, and then he got canceled, and then all his shit got deleted by all the social media platforms. I think that was unjustified because there's a lot of false narratives going on with him. He was certainly had some very controversial takes on certain stuff, and he probably slipped a few times when he was talking and definitely said some. I don't think we should cancel anyone. I think if you disagree with someone, you should be able to voice why you disagree with them. But I think silencing someone, I mean, by cutting out someone, I think this is a George R.R. Martin quote. I mean, by silencing somebody, you are basically, you're not proving them wrong. You're just saying that you're scared what they have to say. And if there is something that someone is saying that is wrong, the best disinfectant is sunlight. So let it be seen and let other people come in and try to debunk it.
Yeah.
But as far as, I think he's very funny. I think he's a very funny guy. I think he's a very smart guy. I don't agree with him on everything. There are definitely quite a few things I agree with him on. But yeah, overall I like Tate. It's unfortunate that he got banned. So yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good with questions. Nothing.
Okay, Cheyenne. Final thought or question for one of the girls, for the panel, for me.
What's your zodiac sign?
Taurus.
I'm a Taurus.
So no
I like
shit.
Tauruses.
So what does that mean that we're both Tauruses?
Could mean whatever you
romantically,
want.
What does that mean?
Romantically?
Yeah.
I don't know if we would be that compatible.
What is it?
It's like,
horns?
Yeah.
I'll chime in.
Our horns would.
I'm a Taurus. I dated a Taurus. I don't recommend it.
Why is that?
Didn't end up well.
I feel like dating your sign always is.
Yeah.
We weren't meant to be.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You're too tall for me.
I am.
Christina, final thought or question for the panel?
I don't have any questions, but I do want to say you should check me out. I have original music. It's Night Rain, REIGN, not like rain, RAIN. But you can look it up on any of your favorite streaming platforms. And yeah, I leave you with that thought. I hope everyone does what they love and continues to do that. That's what matters most.
Cool. Yeah, by the way, guys, all the girls' Instagrams are in the description. Show them some love. They were awesome. Really great panel. I want to thank you guys for coming, obviously. Yeah, their Instagrams are in the description. Show them some love. Give them a follow. So I'm going to do super chats really quick here. John Deek with the $5 super chat is the guy sitting next to Brian Hitman from Brooklyn, hiding out in Santa Barbara. John Deek, $10 super chat. Josh, when you are texting under the table, are you texting other Josh in the multiverse to check if Brian likes large labias in that universe too? Is that what I think Josh didn't have his cell phone. It was just he was just fiddling with tissue. But I think across all universes, it's a preference. Okay. Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. Why should we be dating if you don't trust me? In response to Brian simply saying he wouldn't want to be in that position in the first place, and they don't see the irony. Yep. I mean, it's just to wrap up on the whole, like, I wouldn't want to date a girl that like goes to bars and clubs and stuff. It would not ever be about me controlling a woman. Like, I wouldn't control her. You're totally free to do whatever you want. Just, you're free to go to the club, and I'm free to not be in a relationship with you. So that's kind of my take on it. And I'm not like like if a girl has a birthday party, but if she's, because I don't really drink. Occasionally I'll have a drink, like a beer or a glass of wine, whatever. Super rare though. I don't know. The last time I drank, I think I had a White Claw before one of the shows. I don't know, but like a month ago or something. But it's just a similarity thing. Like, I'd want a girl that's similar to me in that sense, that doesn't drink, doesn't go to bars, doesn't go to bars, clubs, etc. So it would never be like, oh, you can't do that. Like, I'd probably just break up with her. Like, Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. She's basically saying I can judge you off the stars, but you can't judge me off the decisions I make. I mean, word.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know if anyone was judging you, but yeah.
Hey, Devon Jackson, thank you for the super chats, man. Good to see you back. By the way, Devon, Is that a chart? Like, is that a football emblem, or is that for? Is that Dos Pueblos Chargers? I don't know, but I don't know if you're a Santa Barbara Galila local, but good to see you in the chat as always. Shooter with the $10 soup chat. Nice job on the podcast, Brian. Forgot this channel was a thing, to be honest, but I've tuned into a number of episodes of the cast. Question, constructive criticism for you. You seem to have very similar talking points on every show. How do you envision the podcast evolving without the same talking points getting stale? I wish you luck. P.S. Speaking of type, I would marry the girl in the red right now.
Thank you.
I think that's a marriage proposal.
Whoa. I don't get a lot of these, so.
Her
thanks.
DMs are open. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
in the stages
to answer your question, I mean, it happens to be the case then when it comes to dating, a lot of the same topics do come up. I try to change it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, you're definitely right. Body count comes up a lot. Age comes up a decent amount. Yeah, I mean, it's new to me hosting. I definitely would like to try to cover more bases, but yeah, I'm working on it. It's just tough. Also, a lot of time I don't have as much time to prepare for the show as I'd like to. So I've just been super busy. So I would like to try to brainstorm a few different ways. Also, I think bringing on a co-host would be helpful, but maybe Chase. He was feeling a little under the weather this week, though, so we'll see. Thank you for the super chats, man. Much appreciated. Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. I knew they were going to make this terrible argument. If you refer to the younger girls that bang a lot, what do you think their count is going to be like when they are older? Okay, so I think that was in response to what Christina was saying about how, well, there's younger women that have a high body count.
My point is that changes. Like, not everyone stays the same all the time. This is why people have issues in relationships, long-term relationships too. Just because you fucked a lot when you were younger doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna fuck later. And sometimes you don't fuck any when you're younger, and then you go through a bout. People go through all kinds of different stages in their lives. It's very ignorant to base that on age.
Okay. Devon Jackson, there's your answer. Thank you for the super chat, man. Yo, Brandon, what's up? Salad City Rebel, $10 super chat. This is Brandon. He's been on a couple shows. Best statement by a girl on the show so far. That's actually, I think, in response to you, Christina. So just a number. I want her on the show, my next appearance, Brian. So Brandon is an example of a guy who I don't think he really cares about body count too much in a woman. So he agrees with you on that one. Cool, Sharky awesome. With the $5 super chat. Hold on, just so I'm consistent, I gotta. Sorry guys, $10 and up. Nose ring girl universe told me we were compatible. Okay. Oh. Mike Davis with the $10 super chat. Final comment: Kings don't wear dresses. You'll get the cops called 99% and repulse kids. That Larry Styles has heavy clout. Where it's counterculture, cool, edgy, won't work for you. Yeah, I mean, he's an artist too, so I feel like artists get a little slack in terms of how they present themselves. I mean, if you look at people like, I mean, a lot of musicians, they wear makeup. You look at Prince, like very feminine type of guy.
Young Thug has worn a dress.
Sexy.
What's
that?
Young Thug has worn a dress.
Young
in one
Thug?
of his album covers, yeah.
I'm not. Wait, who's that?
He's a rapper.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't really listen to much rap. I mean, like Kanye from old Kanye and like some 90s.
The people will know. The people will know.
The people will know.
Yeah.
The people know.
Doug's up there.
Sharky, well, okay. Sorry, we got a thing passing here. And we got Devon Jackson with the $10 super chat. It's even more ignorant to base your logic off of the minority of the population instead of the average person. So yeah, I mean, basically, I think that goes back to our conversation about like age and body count stuff. The exception does not make the rule, you know? So there's certainly exceptions, but overall, like if you've been sexually active for 12 years, you're more likely than not, your body count is going to be higher than someone who's been sexually active for less time. So, and did we miss a super chat, Eric? I feel like, let me see. No, we got it. We got them all. All right, guys, that is the show. Eric, if you can go ahead and zoom out the camera just for the outro here. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a really fun podcast. Thank you so much for all the super chats. You guys were fucking legends. I want to thank the wonderful panel. Sorry we went a bit late, guys. It keeps happening, but you guys were fucking awesome. Like, I really liked what all of you had to say. I know we had a bit of debate and disagreement on stuff, but I think conversation's always really good, and I thought you guys were super awesome and really cool and made for some really great points. So I want to thank you guys for coming on. Would love to have you guys back on a future show. Thank you to the viewers for watching. We will be live again with our next Dating Talk podcast Tuesday, so next week, 7 p.m. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time. See you guys.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.